tonight. The conversation ought to be interested. If you ain't gonna come up here and speak, leave a comment. We'll get to your comments. We'll talk about your comments in the post as well, too, guys. So if you got some comments that you want to leave, you don't feel like coming up to speak, just go ahead and leave your comments up, guys, and we will go ahead and get to your comments as well, too. Shout out to Gregory for his contribution on Cash App as well, too. So, guys, tonight is a night we want to talk about. Shout out to my people coming on YouTube as well. You guys see the title, the space on X, and the actual title on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, it says, "Will Black Americans stand with Black immigrants in the face of deportation?" If you're on X, I had to shorten it up a little bit. It says, "Will Black Americans stand with Black immigrants against deportation?" I want to know what you guys think. Should Black Americans stand in solidarity? And I know a lot of our people already responded to the post. They said, hey, they're not Black immigrants, they're melanated or whatever. So feel free, guys, to come on up here and tell us how you feel. Let us know how you guys feel or whatever. I want to hear it because we know with Trump coming in office in January, we know about the border czar, Ty Holman, and his plans on trying to deport. They claim, 11 million immigrants. And just based off of how American is, the darker immigrants will be the first people to probably leave as well, too. So a lot of people that's in the country right now and stuff that may have came over here, a lot of those people, they're going to be looking at some of the Black immigrants to go first, or the melanated immigrants, whatever you want to call them. They're going to be looking at them as well, too. We think about the actual border, and we think about Latin America and all of that stuff as well, too. But a number of and we seen the issue that you had up there in Ohio, Springfield, I believe it was, with the Haitian situation and how that played out during the actual election as well too. What's your thoughts on it, guys? We want to hear as well too. What you guys feel? Do you guys feel like, hey, these people are our people and we should stand with them in solidarity? You feel like, hey, you know what? It's a different time, different era. You got to go ahead and you got to take care of yourself as well, too. It's going to be a very, very interesting discussion. I look forward to hearing what you guys got to say. I want to go ahead real quick. This is an article from a month ago on this website, Other Words, and I saw it. This is right around election time, right before the election. I want to go ahead and touch up on this real quick just to kind of get the actual room flowing as well, too. I see I don't know who this guy Hammer is on YouTube. Says you guys have no smoke for white immigrants, but instead you attack Black immigrants. Hammer, you sound like a dumbass because there's no way that I attack any immigrants, Black or white. So don't come in here sounding like a female, dude. Come in here if you're gonna speak on some man stuff, but don't come in here sounding like a woman. The title says it won't just be for Haitians who suffer from anti-immigrant lies. For weeks now, right-wing pundits and politicians have spread baseless claims about Haitian immigrants. These lies have caused immense fear among the community, leading to bomb threats, harassment, vandalism. The Haitian community in Springfield, Ohio, the first but not the last to be targeted, reported being scared for their lives. So we got a couple speakers coming up here real quick. Let me get to you guys real quick. All right, I got you up here, Secret Sister, and I got you up here, 444. I'm going to touch up on this article real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get to you guys. So give me 1 second. Our co-hosts aren't in the room yet, so give me 1 second, and I'll get to you guys. Let me touch up on this article, and then I'm going to get to you. And go ahead. Whoever wants to speak, 444, Secret Sister, raise your hands, and we will get to you. Nope, there goes DJ, so let me go ahead and get him up here. All right, it says, I'm not Haitian. I'm an American-born citizen who's never set foot in Ohio, but as a daughter of Black immigrant family, these lies worry me too. I know personally how... You're talking Newstoter, we can't hear you. Oh, crap, I'm sorry. I had the mic muted. My bad. Let me go ahead. It says, let me finish reading this actual article. It says, I'm not Haitian. I'm an American-born citizen who's never set foot in Ohio, but as a daughter of a Black immigrant family, these lies worry me too. I know personally how easily identifiable we are. Even though my Nigerian parents are both naturalized over 20 years ago, they still have strong accents. We have distinctive names. To someone who was radicalized by the hateful rhetoric flying around, my family and I are obvious targets, just like how Donald Trump earlier comments targeting Mexican or Chinese people spawn a wave of hate against all Latin Americans, Asians, or others thought to look Mexican or Chinese. Baseless accusations about Haitians will rebound to all Black immigrants and the Black community as a whole. Growing up, I've seen firsthand how Black immigrants are some of our most vulnerable community members. For one, many of these immigrants come from largely Black countries and unprepared for the experience of confronting racism in a way they never had to before. Black immigrant communities live all across the country, while states like New York have had a long Black immigrant communities. A Pew Research study in 2022 showed that 42% of Black immigrants now live in the South. My parents are among them. Texas Black immigrant population has shot up in the last decade, and the state now houses the third biggest Black immigrant population. Other states are seeing similar big increases. In Colorado, the Black immigrant population grew over fourfold during that period. Though politicians increasingly characterize immigration as a problem, immigrants have always been and still are a massive benefit to our society. For one, both documented and undocumented immigrants provide more to our economy than they take out. Far from being burdens, immigrants actually create economic growth in places they arrive in. The Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, helped fill jobs that were abandoned due to the town's shrinking population, leading to a boost in wages for the whole community. Moreover, far from bringing in drugs and crimes, as some politicians claim, studies have shown that having more immigrants in a community actually tends to reduce crime rates. Both undocumented and documented immigrants commit crime at a lower rate than U.S.-born citizens. And in regards to drugs, it's not the immigrants who are smuggling illicit substances into our country by an enormous margin, it's U.S. citizens. Federal authorities recently charged dozens of members of a neo-Nazi group with trafficking fentanyl in California, for example. Instead, immigrants like my parents bring in culture, innovation, and diversity, all good things that make this country what it is. We should be supporting immigrants more, not slandering them on the national stage. But for some, sowing division is more attractive than actually finding solutions to the problems we face. The attacks on the Haitian immigrants is more than a disgusting lie. It is an attempt to redefine who counts as American, with my family and people like us on the outside. Our leaders need to have the courage to defend immigrants when these baseless claims are spread. They owe it to all Americans, both citizens and immigrants. Shout out to everybody coming up. I see a secret sister must have had some issues, so let me get you back up here. What's up? 444? What's up, secret sister? I don't know if I got you back up here or not. Are you back up here, secret sister? Secret sister may not be up here. Shout out to you, 444, right now. Secret sister, I'm going to send you the invite and see if we can get you back up here. Shout out to EHZ for the contribution on Cash App too. DJ, what's up? You in the space? Can you hear me?
Yeah, mic check 1 2 1 2 2. Go to room. Hopefully, I'm coming through. Oh yeah, boy. Let's go though. Tether's gonna tether too.
All right, let's go ahead and let me go eat.
I'm here now.
Okay, you here now?
I'm shadowed, and you know, I'm here now.
How you doing, secret sister? Would you like to add anything to the discussion right now?
Yes. To the deportation issue. I would like to know. I would like to, from my point of view, from the governmental point of view. Actually, it's going to be the opposite, because the degenerates, that's who they want to get rid of first. And as we all see, the degenerates are not melanated. They are the Venezuelans, and I don't even know if y'all have seen even the Chinese Ming, them gang people are here now. So they're trying to get the faction of people that are taking up our jails, that are criminals, the ones that are raping our children, killing our children, kidnapping our women, and killing and stabbing, doing all this degenerate ass shit. That's who they're going after first. But as far as
Sister, watch the lane.
Oh, I mean, stop. I'm sorry. I apologize. Degenerate stuff. I apologize. And it's good. And the thing is I do believe when I was reading, Trump is no military. We're not helping nobody. He's pulling our military out, and he wants the military to help clean our country first, and then you know what I mean, and then he'll go and help people. But right now, he wants to get America back on track, so that's a good thing.
All right, thank you, Secret Sister. What's like I say tonight, guys? I want to hear what you guys got to say. Let me read a comment. Let me read a comment real quick on YouTube that Tim said. Tim says, these immigrants make about $31 billion for the United States, and they cost the United States about $150 billion. Who should pay the difference? So that was Tim's comment over there as well. To you guys on YouTube, shout out to you over there. Make sure y'all go ahead and y'all share out tonight's program as well. Let me go ahead and get to. I had Apia up because Apia is a black immigrant. He's disconnecting. I wanted to hear what Apia had to say as well too, but apparently Apia is disconnecting. 444, you're up here. Is there something? Would you like to say something?
Yeah, man. I ain't come up here for no reason. Nah, but basically want to say that article that you just read that made me want to go sign up for ICE right now. You know what I'm saying? And start a career in ICE because
Do it.
those were 100% lies. Those were 100% lies. Like they're basically coming over here, trying to basically come into our space and use our history and use the historical things that have been done to destroy us. They're trying to use that to uplift themselves. She basically came here and said that they come here and face a different type of racism because they're immigrants. I say like this, I say get rid of all of them. I don't care where they come from, I don't care what color they are, they gotta go. They ain't black Americans and they're destroying the fabric of our culture. They're destroying our children's safe space. I can't even let my kid play on the park no more. You gotta watch your kids intently at all times. Back in the day, when I was a kid, I used to walk for miles. Didn't have to worry about nobody doing anything or touching me or none of that. I can stay the night at a friend's house. My mom ain't got to worry about where I am. She know I'm safe. It's not like it no more. So, and it's due to that. It's due to they're attacking the fabric of our culture and our nation. Like they don't live like us. They don't understand like how we treat children. How we treat children in America is not how they treat children in their country. So I just say they got to go, and then they got to come through. If they're gonna come here, they need to come here the correct way. And then I'm gonna take it even a step further. If they want to come here and not go back home, Americans just go ahead and colonize where they're running from. That's just how I feel. If that's how it is, it sounds terrible. But if they want to come here and just our way of life, we may as well get what we need from their country. That's just how I feel.
Facts.
All right, appreciate that. Real quick, I want to ask you for because the young lady in the article, she said that she made a point to say that immigrants, they bring in culture, innovation, and diversity, and they also boost the actual economy as well in the country as well too. She used Springfield, Ohio, saying that it helped fill jobs that were abandoned due to the town's shrinking population that led to a boost in wages for the whole economy. Do you support that? Support what she's saying that that because of the immigrants in certain areas, they actually help to boost the economy as well too?
No, they destroyed the economy. I'm gonna be 100. If Black Americans, if we didn't do this civil rights thing, because this civil rights thing has had us kind of locked in like a box. If we didn't do this civil rights thing, like we'll be like America itself will be a lot further along. Because prior to the 1960s, we were innovating things. That's because we had our own spaces, we had our own teachers, we had our own banks, we had everything of our own hospitals. Now everything is at a complete standstill because we basically integrated into their society. And once we integrate into their society, they control everything we do, and that's why everything is going to shit. That's why America is going to shit because
Watch the language.
Language. But go ahead.
My fault. The people that make America great are handcuffed under this civil rights thing. So we just got to get out of this race thing, out from under the civil rights thing. The civil rights thing is good, but they've kind of earmarked civil rights. They kind of taken the race out of civil rights and put like minority status, immigrants, people with disabilities, gays, and all that other BS. They basically done all of that. So I say we got to get out from under that because it was started under race and now it's something completely different. So that's basically all I got to say.
All right, appreciate that 444. And if we have any black immigrants in the space that want to speak as well too, and give us your side, how you feel about immigration, how it may impact black immigrants, melanated immigrants, because I know a lot of people don't want to say that the immigrants that we're talking about tonight are black immigrants. They want to say melanated immigrants. So, whatever way you want to go ahead and define it or say whatever, that's cool. But I want to get your opinion and 444, just so we're clear. You're saying that it doesn't matter if it's Latinos, it's whites, it's Asians, or it's black, aka melanated immigrants. That hey, you want them all gone, is what you're saying. You there, 444?
My fault, bro. What you say?
I'm saying that you're saying that it doesn't matter to you, in your opinion. You don't care if they're Latino, Asian, or black melanated immigrants. You want them all gone, basically.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's all immigration. Period is a threat to Black American society. Our ancestors have already told us this is all documented. This has been written about for, I want to say, over 100 years. I want to know what the atmosphere was like when those Ellis Island immigrants first came over here, because it has to be somewhat similar to this. We just can't relive it. It's just that I'm trying to tell y'all, when more immigrants come, the same thing that happened when the Ellis Island immigrants come. Next thing you know, you got the KKK being created. We allow all these immigrants over here, they're gonna create hate groups, and they're gonna target us. That's just a natural order of things. Bring something foreign to something else, it's gonna clash. That's just how it is. So y'all just be prepared for this. Anybody caping for immigrants, y'all just be prepared. Just know that you're throwing your children under the bus, you're throwing your people under the bus. And I'll give an example. Like you said something about Texas, about a lot of African immigrants being in Texas. If we look at the prison system in Texas, you got Africans lording over Black Americans in it. Like, prison is slavery. So basically, they're the new slave catchers. They're the new overseers. Y'all better pay attention to what's going on. And it's making me sick how, like, this ain't about hate. This ain't about nothing else. This is about our people group surviving and thriving. It ain't about nothing else but us. And that's what I want people to focus on. Us. That's it.
All right, thank you. So 444, he's against it, guys. So he's making it clear that hey, he's definitely against it. Shout out to all you coming up in here. I see Miss Shannon, I see Brother Moku, I see my girl Trouble down here as well too. We got Mark Carter up in here as well. I see Mark is up here. Mark, did you want to say something? Are you cool for right now? We can come back to you if you're not ready to speak at this moment.
Deport all of them, starting with the Africans and Caribbean, because they are our closest immigrant opposition, and then get the rest of the Mexicans, the Jews, the Polish, those Indians, the Asians, get them all. Even if they're legal, get them too.
So you saying, Mark, even if they legal, still get them up out the paint?
Even if they're legal, get them out of here. Get them out of here. These people are your open opposition. They're your open enemy. They're here to supplant you. They're not here to ally with you. And nobody who claims to be even Pan-Africanist can show you where those groups have been on the front lines fighting on any causes that we've been fighting. Even though we're the ones that fought for the Nationalization Act as a people that allowed them to come here after 1965. And they still didn't come even after the Nationalization Act was passed, until they felt that the dogs weren't being sick on the people no more, the water hoses weren't being sprayed. They waited to the 90s to really start coming. And so this is about us now. We don't have tears for them. And we don't want to break their families up like Tom Homan said. Send the whole family back. Get this baby there. Take this baby with you. Get on up out of here. This is how we have to speak, bro, especially as older men and women. This is for the future of our children. And that's why it's so sad that a lot of these Black women mainly were willing to give the future of their own children away to align themselves with that white woman's agenda. And I start with them because they were the bigger group. Whereas more so the men stood down and a bunch of their coward selves quietly still voted for Kamala. The women were vocal. They express their hate for being black.
Yeah, because I was gonna say you had a lot of black men that still, even though a lot didn't vote, a lot of them set out an election, but you had a good amount that still voted for Kamala as well too.
Exactly. But and those of us that are of age, we went through this in the 90s, bro. We went through Joe Biden. We lived through Joe Biden, Rahm Emanuel, Bill Clinton, who shipped the jobs out of the country because they didn't want to put the X generation black children and young people to work. They would rather send all the jobs overseas under NAFTA. That's what that was about. So first NAFTA, then welfare reform, and then the crime bill. So they had to starve you first, force you into a life of crime, and then criminalize you. So all that went together, it's connected. So all this talking about dark skin, man, them people are opposition. I don't care where they come from. Haiti, Africa. They don't come here and link up with us. They come here to replace us. Whether in Florida, New York, Minnesota, Ohio. Show me where those people are standing with black Americans. You can't. Of the Pan-Africans or the Pan-Africans cannot show you where those people are standing and fighting side by side with black Americans. Deport them. I can't wait till after January or during January.
Well, Mark, let me ask you this right here, not to cut you off, but I know you were saying even deport the ones that's here legally, but can you deport somebody that's here legally?
Well, I'll say it this way. Say, for instance, Kamala Harris. Both her parents came here. Well, I'm not going to use her for example. I'm just going to say, if two illegal parents had a child in America, then they can be deported, even though they were born on the soil. Or we can demand that it happen, even if they're not doing it. We must demand that they take them back too. When they send their illegal parents back, take this child that you had on American soil. Take them back with you too. So it's what we rise up and say in support of what Trump is doing. They'll do even more if we rise up and speak on behalf of America first.
All right, appreciate that, Mark. Let me go ahead and get to
Can I say something to that? Can I piggyback on that?
Go ahead.
Mr. Carter, you hit it right there on the nail. I worked for the government, right? And I don't know. I'm looking for the video now so that you could put it up there, where Trump said that those DACA kids, and the ones like that had two aliens and they came on our soil, had their baby just so that they can become citizens. He said they all going back. It was him, Elon, and thingy. I'm gonna put that video up there. I don't know if you've seen that, Mark, or whatever, but he said they all have to go. I don't care if you were
all
born
they need
here.
is our support, sis. See, they need our
There you go.
and they need us to get on board with it. So all these Pan-Africanists, these love everybody but black people. See, you got black people that love everybody else but don't love black people. And so we have to go against them. We got to go against these black Christians who are going to be crying for them, but the same black Christians help lock black children up. So don't listen to them. They didn't have no sympathy for them black children. They would help them lock up. So we have to speak loudly through social media, because all they need is for us to ride with them. They'll go overboard with it. We want to help them Klan members get rid of all of these people. Get rid of all of them. Stand with the Klan. You know what I'm saying? These go Klan members like Trump them. Stand with them so they get rid of our openness.
You know what, Mr. Carter? I think, are you following me? I'm not sure if you are, because I wanted to talk to you about some things. But let me tell you something. I talked to a Klan member, and do you know they said that even though it's not their land, and I had to tell them, stop saying it's yours. This ain't yours. You came after me, so this ain't yours. But we was past that. He said, Well, the fact of the matter is, it was okay knowing one enemy. We don't need to be looking over our shoulder. We knew. If we seen a blonde-haired, blue-eyed person, they don't, more than likely, they don't like us, and we kept it moving. Now we got all these other ones that's coming in, and then it's crazy because they are letting it in the government. I'm watching these papers come through, and the Africans that are blue-black have white on their paper. They are putting white on their paper, that they are white. I don't know where they getting this from, but that let me know that's where their mindset is at. So if you are coming here with the white mindset, we don't need you. We don't need you. And furthermore, we have to step up. I was just talking to my brother DJ about this. We got to step up and we got to take over our politics because they are here talking on what we need and what we don't need. You don't know our struggle. You don't know our ancestral DNA that runs through our body and the reason why we are who we are. And it's because of other Africans and all the other, because you're melanated, all skin folk and kin folk, okay? And I recognize my own. I could recognize with the energy. I recognize. And I know those that came over here was just birthers. I call them birthers. You were just born here. You ain't got no history. They don't even have a grandma's grave to go see because she over there in Jamaica. So that's where you go. Wherever your grandma's grave is, that's where you need to be. That's how I feel. And that's what Donald Trump said. He said, if you can't even go to your grandparents' grave, you are leaving. And he's using the military. He said, we got to use our own.
African that come to know their soldier is no different than a white person in America that bought you. Don't please, let's not get this mixed up. I'm not saying to you, I'm saying to our people, period. They are the same. Look, they were in a business deal. That's why they can come over and check white, because they were in a business deal. And they're still business partners to this day. They are not us. Okay? They sold us. So they're not us. We're not them. So they won't fool us with this brother and sister. No, we're not your brother and sister. That's like your mother or father gave you away at birth and then come back to you 20 years old talking about I'm your mom and dad. So the fuck you not? I mean, excuse me.
Yeah. The hell you not? I gotta ask you this here, Mark. I gotta ask you this right here, because you made a remark and you were saying that, and I know you're talking about the immigration thing. You're talking about, get rid of the black melanated immigrants, but you said even you're willing to even work with the Klan to go ahead and do that.
I am.
With all Americans.
Yo, he's been saying that he want to work with the Klan.
Hold on real quick, Ricky. Hold on. I want to hear what go.
I'm willing to work with all Americans to get rid of these immigrants, even if they're the Klan. I don't care if you don't say it. I'm not. Look, just like they come over here and link up with them Zionist Jews, with them type of white folks, where I go talk to the Klan. You know what I mean? See, they never
white power.
They never talk about their
relationship. Outrageous.
They never talk to y'all about their relationship with who brought them to America. How did they get to America? Huh? They didn't just come. No, they were linked up with them Zionist Jews. So if they can link up with them white folks, then we can talk to these white folks over here. How about that?
Okay. Hold on, DJ.
I get you, Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter. It's
hold on. We got too many people coming off of the microphone. So real quick, Secret Sister, let me let you say something real quick, because I want to get to Ricky and I want to get to DJ Big A and Cognitive as well too. So go ahead and real quick, Secret Sister. So I want to go ahead and get to the other speakers up here, because I want to hear what they got to say too. I just had to ask Mark, because when I heard him say the Klan, I just, I said that was like wow, okay.
Hey, bro, we just did it for the election. What do you think just happened? We just hooked up, all of us as Americans, just hooked up all the racists, the black racists, the white racists. We all agreed that we should ally to get rid of these immigrants. I'll make no what he don't like that I'm saying. I'm not here to appease him. I'm not trying to fit in his box. I'm here to take care of Black American women and children. And if that means that we have to link up with other Americans to get rid of the immigrants, man, if you don't like what I'm saying, deport yourself in.
Hello.
All righty. The secret sister, go ahead real quick, because then I want to go ahead and I want to get to the other speakers. So I'm going to let you get into.
I first and foremost want to apologize outwardly to the Black family forever walking and getting my kneecap bitten off and walking to get these mountain monkeys and everybody over here in order to do what they are doing to us. I thought, and just like everybody else thought that was marching, we thought differently. We thought that every Black in the world had the same spirit that we had. We have an original spirit that they don't have. So I want to first apologize to that. And Mr. Carter, I want to say I stand with you because that's exactly how they feel. All the Klan is we can live side by side. We don't want to make babies. Well, guess what? I don't want to make babies with you. So they Black power, they white power. I ain't offended. Everybody wants to preserve their race. So I'm not offended. I'm with you, Mr. Carter. I'm with we should sit down and have a meeting with them. Let's get rid of them.
Hey, we hit each other 2 days a year when we playing the Cowboys and the Giants. That's it. Other than that, we cool.
All right. Ricky was up here, but Ricky must have dropped down because he was up next. So, Ricky, if you get a chance to come back up here, come on up here. Let me go ahead and get to I think Cognitive, and then it was DJ Big A. I think that's the order. So Cognitive, go ahead, and then we'll get DJ Big A.
Yeah, let the heavyset dude go first. Wait.
Let the what? Oh Lord.
No comprende, Bobby. No comprende.
All right.
Yeah. I go before he talking shit. I go before the guy there.
Watch the language. Watch the language. What's good, though, bro?
Hey, DJ Big A, your phone breaking up. Can you hear us?
Yeah, you janky gang, bro. You janky gang.
Yeah, DJ Big A, can you hear us? DJ Big A, we may have to drop you down. Can you hear us? I think he must. I don't know if he caught in the Matrix. Okay, he dropped down for a second. Go ahead, Cognitive.
Come back up here, Big A.
Yeah, come back up.
Yeah, I hope y'all can hear me. I'm driving home from work.
Yeah, we can hear you.
When I was driving my route today, I had to drop off some paperwork. So I want you guys to really pay attention. You can't hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So basically, the Catholic Charities of America, they are working hand in hand to get these immigrants up in here. I came across a lot of paperwork today. They're sending information to the immigration office, birth certificates. I mean, you name it, important information to seal the deal that they staying here. So watch the grill. When you start seeing a lot of people, white folks online or the Catholic Church stepping in and raising their eyebrow because they have interest in these countries. So of course they want the shit to they want them to circulate around any way they can get their hands on, because every time they place them, they make money. But anyway, I just want to land my plane. Great space, brother.
Thank you.
Let me ask him a question. Let me ask him a question.
Go ahead.
What do Irish, Italians, and Mexicans have in common?
They Catholic.
They're all Catholic. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
They're all Catholic. Why wouldn't the Catholic Church be pushing you for them? That's tithes and offerings. So they bring them in, make them the workforce, and then they kick back to the Catholic Church. Go look up Office of New Americans, and you'll see all those groups: Catholic Charities, Jewish Federation, the Asian American Association. All that stuff started here in Chicago. Well, all those groups came to the table as an advisory council to bring in all these immigrants to this country, including the African International House and the United African Organization. So I don't want to hear nothing about no Ricky and nobody. See, you go over there and talk to the African International House and ask them why they hooked up with the Jewish Federation and the Catholic Church and the Muslims undermining our people. That's what you do. Since you want to question me, you question them.
Well, I think Ricky must have left, but if Ricky get a chance, Ricky come back up here. Let me go ahead and get to DJ Big A. DJ Big A, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yeah. As a non-sex offender, I want to speak towards the title because it just don't make sense to me. And I think black American people still just don't get it. The more you keep calling these people black, and I'm glad the sister said what she said about these Africans classifying themselves as white. Well, that's what it was used for. The people that was black were the people that were enslaved. That was the black people. It wasn't these Africans. We keep making them black. Guess what? We just erasing ourselves. So we ain't got nobody but to blame if we keep calling these people black. You know what I'm saying? And to the sex offender, like, he should just really just shut his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have no sex offender charges. But anyway, I land.
Okay, yeah. Everybody, let's stay on topic here. I don't know what beefs everybody may have going back or whatever, but definitely let's stay on target because we don't want this thing to go sideways here. You say that we should stop calling them black. What color would you call these quote unquote melanated immigrants?
No black, Poppy, no black.
Well, the thing is, black is not about skin color because we not even black. If you're going by skin color, nobody is really black. You know?
But I mean, we classify ourselves as black over here too, though.
You gonna let me respond today? I don't appreciate that. He can't even take a joke. Now he want to call me a sex offender, bro. When I see you, it's up. Oh God, it's up. It's up. When
All right. Let it be.
Yeah, but on a real, I wasn't trying to let it get there, but that was like a serious, it was a serious thing he said too. So I mean, I had to kind of.
Call them what they call themselves. They call themselves Nigerian, Haitian, Dominicans. Why we trying to make them black? They don't call themselves black. As a matter of fact, they name their communities what? Little Haiti, Little Hialeah, all this kind of stuff. We're the ones who say all these things and carry on these insane conversations, even saying white supremacy. You ain't never heard them saying about they know white supremacy. White supremacy means you believe that they supreme. This is lingo been passed down from generation to generation from scared people in Alabama. And some of them, they don't want to challenge these different type of white folks because they're too busy trying to live with them and love on them. That's why when they catch them over there, like Ricky, if they catch him over there because he's trying to get a white girl, them Klan members still whoop his ass. And we shouldn't go over there to help him. He ain't got no business over there.
With a white woman, that Martin.
You know what I'm saying? Man, we got this all mixed up. It's okay that they have their side of the track and we have our side of the track. It's okay they hate us because we hate them. They got white hoods, we get some black ones in. They start shooting, we start shooting too. We don't fear them because they walking around burning crosses, you know what I'm saying? We put them on the cross and then burn the cross with them on it. Yeah, just look up Deacon for the Fence. That's all you got to do. Some of y'all may not have heard of.
All right. Real talk. Cognitive, you cool now, man? You straight? I know that was kind of, I didn't expect to hear all of that, but you cool. I mean, I know you want to say what you want to say, and I don't want this thing to escalate any further, but yeah, y'all, I'm gonna just say for anybody, any personal beefs you guys may have on X, Twitter, in real life, guys, let's just go ahead and keep this as a topic. I don't know anything about any of that stuff, any beefs anybody got or whatever, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna keep it solely on the actual title of the room and the space. So let's go ahead and just keep the information on that or whatever. And I kind of had to let Cognitive come up here and say what he had. I know DJ, you muted the mic, but I had to kind of let the man come up here and say, what he had to say. We didn't want it to escalate and get further, whatever like that. But, that's a serious thing when you say something like that. So, but on that note, we're going to go ahead and move past that and move forward and get back into the discussion because I don't want to sidetrack. We have a pretty good discussion going on tonight, and I want to go ahead and keep it on that. But let me go ahead. I see Moku's up here as well too. 444 came back up here. We got We got Secret Sister. She's got her hand up. But if you guys want to speak, Mocha, if you want to speak, put your hand up. 444 if you want to speak. And anybody in the listener section down there too, man, come on up here. We talking about it. Mark is dropping some bombs in here, and I know somebody responded when they said, I believe it was Mike. He said, news so this nigga he was gonna work with the Klan. I got on YouTube. Let this go. Who do I hear? Some. The Klan thing, I think, kind of like had people kind of like, hey, but it's gonna be people gonna be coming up here. They're gonna be saying some stuff tonight. So definitely, if you want to speak, come on up here and speak and say what you guys got to say. We're gonna let anybody that wants to get up here. This is gonna be the only Thanksgiving week. This is gonna be the only broadcast / space we doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna be up in here tonight. So for those that want to speak. If you don't want to speak, leave a comment too. If we see the comment, we'll try to read the comment as well too, guys. And I want to hear what you say. I see Irie's up in the space. Shout out to him. So any of our people that want to come up here, man, feel free. I want to hear what you guys got to say. This is an interesting conversation right here. So far from what we're hearing in the space, nobody says, hey, you know what? Don't support. Like, hey, if they want to come here, whatever. No. Don't let them come here, whatever. Send them, whatever. I haven't heard anybody say, yeah, I support them. I want them to stay here, whatever. So, we're hearing everybody, get in where they fit in, I guess. Let me go ahead and get to, I'm going to get back to you, Secret Sister, because I know you spoke a little bit, but I see somebody Nickel up here, Nickel. And then I'm going to get to Duncan. I'm going to get to some of the new hands, and then I'm going to get back to you, Secret Sister. But Nickel, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Will Black Americans stand with Black immigrants against deportation? Why should they? No, we're not gonna stand. No, we're not standing with them. They came here. They didn't come, to gather with us. They didn't come to help us, fight white supremacy. They became white supremacy. They showed us the last 3-4 years. We kept telling them. They didn't want to, kumbaya or really come together. They thought that they was really going to, take our blackness away from us. So, no, I don't believe Black Americans is going to stand with them. No.
All right.
And I land.
Thank you, Nickel. Thank you. For those that can support on Cash App, $Newstoter, $Newstoter. Newstoter is the largest Black-owned, Black American news media curation platform today in America. Once again, $Newstoter. We also have the Newstoter customer link where you guys can go ahead and support us for as little as $1.75. That is up in the Jumbotron. And for my people over there on YouTube, the customer portal is on the actual screen as well too, and the description, guys. Go ahead, click that link, set up a profile, and for as little as $1.75 a month, you can support the largest Black-owned, Black American news media curation platform today in America. Once again, for those that can't, you still can support us on Cash App, $Newstoter, $Newstoter. And we also have the PayPal and Venmo in the Jumbotron. Same on YouTube. The PayPal and Venmo is in the description. We need that support. Support Black-owned media that supports you. Let me go ahead and get to Duncan. I see Duncan's up here. Duncan, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yes, good. How everybody doing? Newstoter, and everybody else in the room. What up?
What's going on, Duncan?
Oh, just cool, man. Yeah, well, I kind of have to agree with the last caller. Well, like I said, I don't stand with immigrants. Immigration has never helped us. New York draft riots. I'm just using this as an example of how the Irish and Italians, they attacked former slaves, freedmen. They attacked freedmen. They jumped on them in the streets, murdered them, if I'm not wrong, right? Are y'all familiar with that?
So which specific time? You said again, brother? It's hard to hear you a little bit.
The New York draft riot.
Yeah, you talk about with the Irish up there doing the Civil War?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And that's a good example of how immigration did not help us. Instead of fighting for their country, when they come in, they want to come to America without fighting for their country, and so they targeted us because we are the root of the real Republican Party. I'm not talking about the fake Republican Party that exists now. The real Republican Party. And so we were the root of that, and so they targeted us for it, right? And so no, I can land my plane after that. I say absolutely not. It does not benefit us to support immigration. If they get deported, they get deported.
All right. Appreciate that, Duncan. Thank you. Thank you. Quick shout out to Nightfall and Miss Eddings for their contribution on Cash App. I can't tell if anybody's trying to request to come up here. I don't see anybody requesting. So if you guys are requesting, I know sometimes people have an issue with it. Let us know, leave a comment, but I don't see anybody outside the actual hands that's up right now, guys. So like I say, feel free. This is open discussion. We'll give anybody the microphone. If there's any melanated / black immigrants in here that want to speak as well too, feel free to come on up here. We will give you the platform and let you speak. We'll be respectful, let you speak, and let you say what you got to say as well too. If you've been in the Newstoter space, you guys know we will allow you to come up here and speak as well too. Let me go ahead and get to
I was gonna say, hey, Ari, you down there with the iPhone? Now can come up here. You gonna sing co-host? Maybe someone trying to come up. Man.
Yeah, if but I don't see anybody. Yeah, I don't see anybody right now requesting, but if so, I see Irie's up in the spot. Shout out to Irie. Let me get to brother Moku. Moku, what's going on with you tonight? Moku, what's your opinion about this title tonight as well too? I know
Hey Moko, you on your iPhone?
Absolutely.
Yeah, send Moko to come on.
Oh, Moku, you on the Moku, you gonna be in the space or you working tonight?
No, I'm in the space.
Okay. I'm gonna send you the code because sometimes we can't, if people like try to request to come up and they have an iPhone, we can't see it since we got an Android. So I'm gonna send you the co-host if you don't mind co-hosting. I mean, if just in case somebody wants to come up and we can't see them, you can bring them up or whatever. But Moku, what's your opinion? What's your thoughts on the actual title tonight about Black Americans standing with Black immigrants against deportation or melanated immigrants against deportation? What's your thoughts and your views on that?
I share the same views that everybody else has been sharing. Yeah, the evidence shows that they never stood with us. So standing with them is definitely not an option. It's not an option to our offspring, our children. It's just not benefiting us in any kind of way. Us standing with them. So, until we get the situation straight with us here, yeah, I'm on the same side. I mean, deport everybody. You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that got here through the loophole, like Mark was talking about. You got 2 illegals. They had a baby here. Now the baby is a citizen. Nah, deport them too. We ain't about breaking up immigrant families. We're about keeping them together. So, a family that that travels illegal get deported together. You know what I'm saying? So deport them all.
Moku, do you see anybody? Riviera says that he's trying to come up. Do you see him in the space anywhere? You see?
I don't see Ricky.
You don't see Rick?
I just let somebody else up.
Yeah, I see Mickey. You let up, but Rivy said that he's trying to request, so I don't see him.
I don't know, Ricky.
I'll take care of it because I have been a background or whatever. His phone be janky.
Okay. All right. Well, let me go ahead and get
Shout out to DJ without the janky phone tonight. That's what's up.
Let me get go ahead, Secret Sis. I'm gonna let you go ahead and then I'm gonna get to the new speaker.
I just want to ask for as an elder woman, I just want to ask. This is where we're having our problem at. For my warrior class men to be just that. That was very disheartening to hear my warriors go at each other like that when we are on a topic that should be making us come closer. We are doing this degenerate behind stuff, and we're better than that. The one thing about us as Black American descendants, we've been through everything, but we are the classiest of the class. Okay, and that's one thing that I hold proud to be Black. So if you guys could, somehow apologize to each other on this platform, and understand that it's women like me that uphold our men. I love my men, my Black men, and I uphold my Black men. And I support y'all in anything that you do, and no one can say, do, or anything to you guys. And Big DJ Big A, I don't know what you're putting your thumb down for, but you obviously don't know me, because I'm a revolutionary for the Black man. Because without the Black man, there is no Black family. This is why it's so tore up. This is why we're sitting here tore up.
But ma'am, please, let's move on. I mean, I believe.
Real quick. When somebody's speaking, don't come off your mic and interrupt the person. We'll go ahead. We're gonna get her to move on. But hey, everybody, be respectful. Let the person speak, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get to you. Go ahead, Secret Sister, and go ahead and land it so we can go ahead and get to Mickey too. You got it, Secret Sister. I don't know if it's double muted, but you got it.
That's another thing. What's wrong? I'm elder. Where the freak is the respect at all anymore? Me and brother DJ was just talking about that. We have lost our way full circle. I'm a land right there, but ma'am, don't ever come off your mic and come at me like that when it's not even your room. Okay, respectfully.
Okay, real quick, go ahead, Secret Sister, and go ahead, because we're trying to keep all the flare-ups. We're trying to keep the back and forth from going as well too. So go ahead, sister, so we can go ahead and we can get to Mickey, and we can get to some of the other speakers requesting to come up.
Done if we're not being interrupted, but this is the elders are here. We were here before you. We are the foundation, and when you disrespect us, this is why we are going through what we're going through. No, because we have lost. Be quiet.
Okay, Secret Sister, I'm asking you just to go ahead and land it. I don't want to back and forth. I want to keep it solely on the actual subject tonight. The only thing that when two people that's already into it, once they keep addressing another person, it's just going to keep going back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and land it for you, Secret Sister, so we can go ahead and get to another speaker, because I don't want.
I was not addressing it to her. I was not addressing.
Hey, we got too many people speaking. We got too many people speaking up in here. Everybody's still on your microphone. We will get to you. We can't have everybody. We can't have 3-4 people speaking at one time and just messing up the room. Okay, so
hey, Nickel, let her land too, man. Secret Sister, just 20 seconds or something. You gotta land, sister. You know what I mean? So
no, I'm gonna land it. I'm gonna land it.
I never said anything to a particular person. I just was saying this is what I witnessed amongst our community. I love no, because you put.
Hold on, Secret. So somebody's talking.
It's nothing personal. I'm done.
Somebody's talking. I don't know if they can hear or not. Is that you, 444?
Yeah, no, that's DJ Big 8. She addressed my name. First of all, I'm not apologizing to that dude ever. He's disrespectful.
Okay, DJ Big 8. Hold on 1 second. We'll go ahead and we'll get to you, DJ Big 8. You don't have to apologize to anybody, whatever, but we'll go ahead and we'll get to you. And then when you want to speak or whatever, just go ahead and raise your hand, because then we, like I said, we not trying to go sideways here. So go ahead and just get your hand up. We'll go ahead and we're gonna stay on this topic. Let me go ahead and get to the speakers up here, and then whenever you get the mic, you can go ahead and address it. But we stand on the topic, like we're not getting into any personal beefs and anything like that. So let me go ahead and get to Mickey.
You're not getting it, bro. I didn't say nothing to the motherfucker, dude.
Hey, you gotta watch your mouth, Big A.
Listen, I know y'all want to run the room, but you know.
Yeah, but Big A, we gonna run the room. We gonna run the room.
That's it. That's all I want to say. And now you can have your room. Go ahead.
Okay, well, let me just tell everybody here, I'm gonna run the room. So I mean, if it's an issue or whatever, I'm gonna run the room. I don't need nobody to tell me how to run it or which way to run it or whatever. We're gonna run the room the way I want to run it. So then what I'm saying here is that we're not going to get into all this other stuff back and forth, because that really don't matter either. We had a discussion that's going on. We ain't finna sidetrack it. If anybody wants to come up here and speak on a discussion tonight, that's fine. I ain't got nothing to do with any personal beefs that anybody have on Twitter or real life or in these other spaces that's going on and stuff like that. That has nothing to do with me in this room here. So we're trying to go ahead and we're trying to focus on this conversation tonight. Let me get to Mickey. Mickey, go ahead and unmute your mic.
If I'm not mistaken, they said that if two illegals have a child on U.S. soil, that child has whatever status the parents are. So that means the child's illegal. If I'm not mistaken, am I right or wrong?
Say that part again, I'm sorry.
Birthright citizenship. That's why Trump's trying to end birthright citizenship. But go ahead, though.
Now, I said if there's a child born by two illegals on American soil, that child has the status of the parents. So that child is basically illegal. He may have been born in America, but he's still illegal.
The child,
that's
the
not
child
true.
is legal.
That's not true, brother.
They're a dreamer. That's what makes them dreamers, and they get a political status.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Stay in your mics, please, y'all.
Okay.
So again, that's why Trump is trying to end birthright citizenship, brother. But go ahead, though.
No, that was it.
Okay, well, thank you, Mickey. Let me go ahead and get to Sassy. Sassy, how you doing tonight?
Hello. Grace and peace to everyone. And peace to the room. Peace to the room. Love everybody. Will Black America's, will Black stand? The answer is no. Not at this time. No, because there have been many harms caused to Black Americans by those who are here from other countries. And they continue to practice, number one, anti-Black racism against us. The Blacks on the soil that have created, influenced, inspired, built, founded this land. A lot of American blood is in the soil from our ancestors. So, no. In addition, number two, they have confessed to firebombing houses, especially in California, allegedly, so that the Black people there had to move because they didn't want the chaos. They've also confessed, and this is probably not just them, to burning down Black churches. Not all of them, but a good many of them have confessed to that and have caused harm to Black Americans, right? So if you're here to think that you're going to add to the systematic racism that's against us, that we're fighting against, then you can skedaddle. Now, it's to my understanding there are some here that are legal, that have gone through the process and have become American citizens. I've seen that, seen them have to learn all of that and then learn about American history. Okay, so if they have got legal status, then I think they're okay to stay. Now, with the Dreamers, the Supreme Court ruled that was unconstitutional. Barack Obama did that.
And it was and they said, no, you can't do that. You know, like if you're born on American soil, that you can be an American. The Supreme Court ruled against it, even before Trump put his justices, you know, in office. So it was way before then. So, you know, we'll be fine. We'll even do, you know, progress more. They've been showing them the illegals like the picking fruit and stuff and doing it real fast. No, it'll never be. And I'm an elder too, like sister. I'm not as old as her though. I got some, you know, you got some years on me, my sister. But no, anybody gonna do that. So, you know, but I'm sure there's some legal people that would do it. So will we stand with the illegals? I don't think so, because of the harm that they have caused to Black Americans and the things that they've done. And lastly, and I'm landing and I'm closing, we were minding our own business celebrating Juneteenth without it being a holiday, right? We were jamming, barbecuing, doing everything without Juneteenth being a holiday. So Congress took it upon themselves to make it a holiday, right? Which gives everybody the day off and not like, I mean, which is fine because it's that's part of our reparations claim. But let's see, I hope I'm not losing my thoughts. So now it's a holiday, and now they get to rest on a day where, you know, we're celebrating the slaves, acknowledging the slaves or whatever. I'm losing my train of thought, but I'm landing. So, you know, we'll be fine here if we're the only ones here, because the browning of America is really taking force, because the other race is a dying race, according to the census. So we'll be left alone here. I'm sorry. That was a good one. We'll be left alone on American soil.
Alrighty.
Sorry. I make my own self laugh. That was a good one.
Well,
anyway.
Thank you, Sassy.
Okay. Thank you for listening and thank you for having me. And everybody enjoy family for Thanksgiving, even if you don't celebrate it. Make phone calls and talk to your relatives. Okay? Family and friends.
All right.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you, Sassy. Let me go ahead and get to Jake, and then I'm gonna get to Melissa and Princess as well. To Jake, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yeah, peace, brother. How you doing, Newstoter?
Hey, what's going on with you?
You know, I'm doing godly. I can't complain. Shout out to WPI as well. It was good, brother. Peace and blessings. And all the family in the room. I can't do the roll call. You know how I normally do. But I see y'all. Love y'all. Peace and blessings. But no doubt. Will Black Americans stand with Black immigrants against deportation? First of all, these melanated immigrants is not Black, and no, we will not stand with them. They missed that boat. We brought them over here, and they did everything other than standing by Black Americans. They tied themselves to whiteness and cloaked themselves in it while going against us and cosplaying us, and to the point to where we couldn't name them Combs, but we named them Tethers, and they mad that we naming them that. I'm not saying all melanated immigrants is Tethers, because that's not the case, you know, but because, you know, truth be told, we probably got a Puerto Rican friend. I do. We probably got a couple Puerto Rican, Jamaican friends. I had, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, them as a mass of people, they don't give a fuck about Black Americans. They don't. They don't love us. Don't got no love for us.
Yeah, language, Jake. But go ahead.
Okay. They don't care about Black Americans. They don't got no love for us. They don't come over here and benefit from our struggle and move themselves out of their miserable condition from their homeland. They don't have the wherewithal or the intelligence to stand strong, or the the courage or the balls to stand strong on their own homeland and build themselves up. We did that. We've been fighting the good fight for 400 years. It's till this day. And these people come over here because they got melanin in their skin and they feel like they able to inherit what we have fought for, without doing nothing. They don't fight. They think part of Black American culture is just about singing, dancing, sports, and everything like that. But we're bigger than that. I mean, there's every part of the government you'll find a Black American in, down to the U.S. Army and the police force and everything. So, this government is saturated with Black Americans. And I'm kind of glad that these people ain't 50-50, because can you imagine what America would be if it was 50, if they matched our lineage, if we wasn't the largest ethnic group in America? Can you imagine the hell we would have to go through with these people? No, I'm calling ICE. If you're illegal, I don't care if you're from Africa, I don't care if you're from Caribbean, I don't care if you're from Russia, I don't care if you're from Europe, I don't care where you're from. If you're a foreigner and you're here illegally, you will go. You gotta go. And especially the melanated ones, they definitely gotta go, because now they're giving us a bad name and they bring in that degeneracy that didn't work in their homeland over to here. That tribalism, they bringing it over here. All that beating and stuff that was going on with the Bloods and Crips, who was keeping it going? Melanated immigrants. But so there's a lot of things that's going on. Do you know that even when they talk about this brown and black shit, excuse my language, when they talk about this brown and black stuff, there was never a brown and black coalition. These Puerto Ricans was probably one of the first ones who came over here, or besides the goddamn Italians, and these Puerto Ricans warred against us. These Jamaicans warred against us. These Haitians warred against us. These Italians warred against us. These Irish warred against us. And every time we get these foreigners over here, they war against Black Americans. These Asians warred against Black Americans. These Indians warred against Black Americans. We don't owe the world nothing but an ass whooping. And I'll be damned if we gonna continue to back people who come over here hating us, thinking that they get a green card loaded for expressing anti-Black American hate. No, y'all gotta go. Y'all either gonna get out the box or get out the thing, or we're gonna beat you out the thing. We're not playing with y'all. We're not supporting y'all. We're not backing y'all. Y'all gotta go. If y'all here illegally, y'all gone. And I'm just laying there, man. I'm not playing with these people. We're not playing with these people. Y'all gotta get the hell out of Dodge.
All right. Appreciate that, Jake. Thank you. Let me go ahead and get to Melissa. Melissa, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
So I'm ready for them all to go. They serve no function. They come over here and get some of the best jobs. This idea that they'd be doing all the picking of strawberries and all that. Most of our foods come from other countries. Like in California, a lot of our fruits and vegetables come from Japan or Mexico. I mean, there are farms, but it's like they supply the entire country or even their region. So we don't even need them here. All they do is take up space. And as far as working with the KKK is concerned, there's a story about I think it's a coyote that transported a scorpion on his back across the river. You know, they're going to turn on us. We can't trust them. They want us dead too. I want to work with any of them. You know, I just want all the immigrants gone. I want everybody gone. But I'll start with the immigrants because they do just take up space and they do take our jobs. You know, and they do get benefits. When I was in college, I couldn't even get financial aid. There's nothing in the financial aid office for Chinese. And I was actually refused an application for financial aid. You know, so it's time for them to leave. This is our country. We don't be going over there and taking over. We can't do that. I cannot go to Nigeria and say I'm a Nigerian. You know, or go to China or go to Mexico and speak English and expect people to cater to me. You can't even own land in Mexico. You know, but we let people come over here and own houses, real estate, own land, own farms. No, it's too much. Enough is enough. The 14th Amendment was meant for us. It was not meant to make everybody else citizens because they were born here. Native Americans weren't even citizens until 1924. You know.
Can I ask a question?
Hold on real quick, Mark, because we got another hand up. So I want to get to Princess as well too, because she's been waiting.
I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, I want to get to Princess because she's been waiting as well too. So let me go ahead and get to Princess, and then I'll get back to you, Mark, as well. Shout out to Stephanie too for her contribution on Cash App. Go ahead, Princess, and go ahead and unmute your mic. How you doing tonight?
Good evening. I would just say if Mark was trying to ask specifically a question to Melissa, I don't mind waiting.
Okay. You sure? Because it might be a little minute. That's why I'm trying to go ahead and get you in, because Marcus spoke quite a bit. So if you want to let him go in your place, that's fine. But
Can I interrupt? I'm waiting for somebody to come over to my house, so I might not be here in like 2 minutes.
Okay. Go ahead, Mark, and then we'll get back to Princess. You still there, Mark? As Mark?
I will say this, and real quick, Newstoter. If they don't hurry up and leave, it's going to end up being a Royal Rumble. It's going to end up being a Royal Rumble, and Black Americans is going to win. We will win. So if y'all want the Royal Rumble, stay here and continue doing what y'all doing. If y'all don't want the Royal Rumble and the lose, go the fuck home.
They try not to curse, Jake, but go ahead.
My bad. I'm just angry about this stuff, man, because it's oppressing us.
Real talk. Mark, are you still here? Or is Mark in the Matrix? Okay, Mark might be in the Matrix. So let me drop Mark down, because I know Mark was just about to speak a second ago. But Mark, I'm going to drop you down. Are you there, Mark, before I drop you down? You say you think he was on the phone? No, he might be on the phone. He dropped down, so Mark will come back up when he gets a chance. Let me go ahead and get to Princess. You want to go ahead and speak now?
Sure, I'll go ahead. Good evening, everyone. So to go ahead and immediately answer your question. No, if we're talking about African and Caribbean,
Princess, can we get you up a little bit louder? You got a headset on or no?
Sure, no, I was probably just a little bit far away from the phone. Can you hear me?
It's about the same. We get you a little bit louder. That just for the people on YouTube, because we streaming it on YouTube.
Gotcha. Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you better now. Go ahead.
All right, no problem. I was just gonna say for the African, West Indian, and Caribbean immigrants, no, we shouldn't stand with them. This is not our fight. We've done enough getting involved. I know that, Secret Sister said that she's been proud of us as a people for being classy. I'm going to say this. Although I can absolutely agree with her, I don't care about us being classy in this moment. So many people have went about trying to tarnish the reputation of Black Americans in general. It's okay if we make certain things true. I don't like the aspect of history in America where we were taught that we were slaves who just sat there, and you've had this generation of younger millennials and zennials that come up and say, we are not our ancestors. I don't know whose ancestors they're talking about, but let's stop playing. All of our quote-unquote ancestors were not just getting their behinds beat, and they were not revolting. That's lies. It's lies of the utmost disrespect to say that we were not whooping these people's behinds. It is okay that we are the ones that stand up now and start beating tail because we need to, and we absolutely should be. I'm tired of that being that we need to be the ones that are always the most diplomatic and taking the BS and taking everybody's crap. It's time out for that. And I don't want this to be our reputation anymore. It needs to be that if we're going to call ourselves a memorial class, let it be that. A lot of our older generation will want to be diplomatic because they wanted to be on the right side of history. F history at this point. Let it be about that. We are the new generation who slits throats. It needs to happen. I am tired of it. Our families are tired of it. We're tired of sitting here thinking that, oh, vote this way, and it's somehow going to make it better. What did you get from being classy? And again, this is no hit to the sister. What did we get from it, from being like, well, my grandmama voted like this, and she has the name in the Bible. What did you get from that? It was never anything. There was no benefit in it. These people came here knowing they came to a country that they said, the first time I found out I was black was when I came to this country. Why is this the first time? Maybe because you knew you came to a country that was having its own issues, but you were fine as long as the native black population was taking those hits and you were taking none of them. So you sided with the group who stabbed you in the back, and you deserve that. That's what happens when you are a dissenter and you are a traitor. You're supposed to get your nuts cut off. And that's what's happening to them right now. They are being castrated, and they deserve every single piece of that. It happens in war historically, and they have earned it. They have earned every piece of the dissension and the treatment they are getting. So they have to stand in it, and I'm tired of us standing with them. They've done nothing for us, and we need to stop doing things for them. There is no honor in this false fealty of standing with people with a shared skin color. It has brought nothing but, it has brought war to your doorsteps. It has brought bullshit. Excuse my language, I apologize.
Yeah, everybody watch the language, but go ahead.
I apologize. I'm saying that when we're looking at a lot of these immigrants love using that. Well, what about the police? I would love to ask them, when we're sitting here in our own country, and it was like this, the way that they would like to force this, we have to be together because the police, why are we all not dead? I thought we were supposed to be a minority in this country. Why are these white folks not even doing it? I'm tired of we're supposed to sit in this fear of sitting in our homes and our beds like, oh my God, we're supposed to be paranoid. Well, these white people sitting in their homes scared every day. They cannot sleep well. They are paranoid people. And if they really had it in their hearts, they really was killers like that, they would have killed you a long time ago. So stop letting older people and immigrants tell you to be afraid of people who are afraid. They sit in their homes and teach their kids to be afraid of you every single day. They had the numbers. They never killed you. You are a lie. So I'm not trying to say nothing about white people being no killers. They ain't never been no killers. But the only thing they've ever been able to be cunning, to be able to play people off of each other. They ain't got no killer heart. They are heartless people. They don't have a soul in them. They don't care. What are you talking about? They're scared of immigrants right now. These people are so ignorant. They have allowed themselves to be supplanted by Asian beings. They are allowing these people to come in their country and use false stats of the fact they know that these people are not coming to America and practicing American culture. And American culture has shamed people that say, don't practice extended family. Make sure you have one less adult in the household and ruin your households while they sit here and let adults live 4 and 5 generations in a home from these other countries and say, oh, well, the Asian households have at least 120,000. What are you talking about? There's 5 adults in here putting income together, and they're saying that they're smarter than us. Are they? They're so dumb as a people that they let these Asians come up here to supplant, to do wrong by Black Americans, and look what's happened to the white league. Now, the poor whites are standing up against the white man in power. I don't have no problem with it because they're mad at it too, because they were fine when it was happening to us, but now that it's happening to them, they're not okay. So you know what? We should take that benefit right now. I'm tired of standing up for it. There was never a brown coalition. John Lewis was almost making sure he leads the Against Black People coalition. So why should we be for them? Let's be about, start being smart for our people. Stand for your people and stop being at the center of your own people, your own lineage. It has never helped.
Okay. Thank you, Princess. I appreciate you. As we get some new speakers come up here, guys, if the slots are filled up and if you spoke before, I may go ahead and just drop you down so we can go ahead and free up some slots for some new speakers. Let me go ahead and get to I see we got that Negro and Quadir up here as well too, so I want to go ahead and get to them. Let me go ahead and get, and I see King, is that Armstrong? Okay, King Armstrong. I'm gonna get to you as well too. So I'm gonna get to some of the new speakers, and then I'm gonna get to some of the ones who've already spoke. Like I said before, for those that can support us on Cash App, $Newstoter. Also, we're looking for people to go ahead and sign up and become an actual member on the actual site as well too. The link is up in the Jumbotron to the Newstoter customer portal. So go ahead, and it takes less than a minute to go ahead and create a profile. And shout out to Simply Rick for the contribution on Cash App. But go ahead, that Negro, and I'm gonna get to you, Quadir, and I'm gonna get to you, King Armstrong, as well too. Dr. No, if you want to speak, raise your hand. If you're up in the speaker section, raise your hand if you guys want to speak, and we'll get to you guys as well too. And anybody wants to come up here, come on up here as well too. This is gonna be the lone broadcast for the Thanksgiving week, so we're trying to go ahead and get it in tonight. Good conversation is flowing as well too, guys. So let me go ahead and get to that Negro, and I'm gonna get to Quadir as well too. That Negro, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, brother Newstoter. How are you? And brother DJ, man. Salute to both y'all. Yeah, DJ, for putting out this amazing news. I can't say it like DJ does. You guys got that script down. Support our people that support us, please. I am definitely a little $5 a month. I try to spread that between all of the real people making moves. It's not a lot, but if 5 million of us put $5, think what that does for the people that scratch our backs, So in other words, in the words of my little big brother, Irie, share the damn space. This is free knowledge, y'all. Get it out there. Sorry if that was a cuss word, Newstoter, but we got to get this information out there, and they are definitely suppressing us. So will Black Americans stand with Black immigrants against deportation? I'm sorry, but hell to the no. We are over that. We've been over that, and we will start singing praises and helping others when we get our back scratched. You can't get your back scratched if you can't scratch ours, and we are long overdue. This mandatory, the most egregious crime that's ever happened on American soil, not to take away from anyone else's oppression, but the most egregious crimes that have ever happened on American soil was mandated by our government. Do y'all realize how powerful that is? These people, like I said, man, I said in the speech, I had the pleasure of speaking a speech out in Washington, D.C. at the Save the Negro demonstration. And, it was said, these people are literally like a deer stuck in headlight. In my speech, y'all, I said, they're like a deer stuck in headlights. When that paralyzed look, that they know it's coming, because they know we're coming to get our check right now. They know it. They just don't know which way and how it's going to go. We ain't coming by no stacks. Shit bigger than a stack.
Oh, okay. Is this not that dude that be wait. This ain't the dude that be coming off the mic all the time, is it? Oh no, nigga. No. You're not finna hear all that. I didn't know that was that. Yeah, no, I'm not hearing all that. Go ahead. I didn't know that was him. Go ahead. That Negro.
Yeah. No worries, brother. What's he say? They say you got to put that thunder down, brethren. But anyway, so like I was saying, I really am. I just got out of a lot of us love to hate. A lot of us love her. I just got out of a space with who did you boycott? And we're really going to boycott. Come January 1st, 2025, we will be leaving this Negrophobic application. I'll be going to fund it socially. That's where all of my effort's going to be. I'll still have a free thing here so I can fund it socially criteria. and really push for our people. But I mean, I'm done paying this check. Yeah, you kind of have to do it to get your information out there the way that we do. But yeah, I'll be so glad. Elder Hoochie boycott today. She said, "Oh," and she was so happy, y'all. Please, if you get a chance when we start doing this, come join us. We're gonna, my idea is one, it's gonna be X first, and then we'll vote. We'll take a vote 5 days before the end of the month. On the first of the next month, we drop the next organization or company that is anti-Negro or Black American Negro freedmen. So we got some pretty cool ideas. We'll be kind of putting up for more ideas. So please join in. Like I said, Hoochie Boycott was Tickle Pink. Really getting, Hoochie Boycott. She got that name for a reason. And now we're about to turn up. So please reach out, join that, give your ideas, give your submissions to what you think would help that or where we should go for the second month. All that stuff. We need it. So lastly, we are no longer the next man's puppet. You know what I'm saying? And it feels so good to know that we are in the midst of what will be America being great for the first time ever. We're doing this, y'all. The grassroots, us in this room, when everything's said and done, it's going to be us right here that literally stood with our ancestors and moved past the point of no return for what has been, well, too far long overdue. So please stomp with us. Hoochie Boycott, I know, like she said, you may not get along with her, but this mission is for a bigger purpose. I would like to work with MS Kush, and anyone that really works to get these businesses and really focus on supporting our people and cutting everyone else off at the knees. So again, please support our people, support your neighbors, support your Black American Negro freedmen wherever you are, but do something, whether that's sharing knowledge, whether that's sharing the space, whether that is, talking to your neighbor, whatever it is, let's move in unison towards the goal. Thanks, Newstoter, for letting me speak. DJ, brother DJ, I'll see you later on tonight, fam.
All right. Shout out to that Negro as well, too. Brother stays with the information as well, too. So shout out to that Negro. Shout out to Queen Now for the super sticker on YouTube as well, too. So shout out to you as well, Queen Now. Let me go ahead and get to and also I put up in the because it wouldn't allow me to put it up in the Jumbotron. So if anybody's looking for jobs, check out Tech Center has some jobs that he was retweeting out. I put the actual one of the links in the actual in the purple pill because I couldn't put it up in the Jumbotron. So if you guys are looking for any type of employment, anything like that, Tech Center's putting this stuff out for I guess a home-based type of work or whatever. So check that out, guys. Let us know if you find something. Let us know how it works for you and everything else as well too. So I put that up in the actual purple pill in case anybody's looking for employment, anything like that. I think it depends on the state that you're in as well too, guys. So go in the purple pill, check it out, and see exactly what's what. Let me go ahead and get to Quadir. We had Hood. Somebody Hood was up here. Okay, go ahead, Quadir. Oh, that's you, Moku?
Yeah, that was me. I was definitely saying, I definitely want people to check out Sister Who Did You Boycott and keep in tune with that Negro and that boycott list because that is very vital to what we're doing, and it is part of dismantling the system that has to be done and can't be ignored. So I just want to add that. Go ahead. Sure.
All right. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna get the quad there. Hood Witch, I know you had your hand up. If you still want to speak, you be at the quad there. We'll get to you. If not, I see you put your hand down, but I'll come back to you. Puck Tethers, I got you as well. Jake, I got you, and I got you as well too. Secret Sister as well too. A bunch of people up in here sharing some information. I want to see too if we can get somebody, of immigrant status. I want to see or immigrant background to come up here and speak as well. To a lot of times in spaces, I guess people feel like, hey, they're not going to be heard. But if you want to come up here and speak, I will definitely go ahead and give you the microphone and let you come up here and just tell us how you feel as well too. So for those that want to come up here and speak as well too, guys, we will bring you up here. Let me go ahead and get to Quadir. Quadir, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, what's up, Tony? I'm doing good. How y'all doing? How y'all doing tonight?
We're chilling.
What up, bro? Yo, check your text message, bro. All right, that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna check into that. It's really hard. Everybody that came up before me was spitting some gems, laying it down, and it's actually really hard to follow up behind what everyone was saying. I really had no intention to speak, but the more I heard and the things that we've gone through and the things that I've been through in this area, I felt as if there's something that I could add to the topic of discussion. Will Black Americans stand with Black immigrants against deportation? No, definitely not. As a matter of fact, we will not stand with anybody. I mean, the last 5 years is proof enough, outward proof, out in the open proof that all these other groups hate us. They are jealous. We've been in the Twitter spaces where we had these Africans calling us careers and stuff. We've seen the numerous tweets where they were calling Black men bullet bags. We see your man Myron Armor Fund, whatever his name is, crashing out against Black women for like no reason. Like this, like they are on his mind 24/7. With our experiences, I wish my girl Mama Flips, man. I wish she was here. But Mama Flips was telling me that her sister is in management up here on the East Coast, New York, New Jersey, and every time her sister interviews a melanated immigrant, the first thing they tell her sister is that they're not Black Americans. They're not bad like the Black Americans. And they assume because they see a Black woman high in power, they automatically assume that she's not an FBA or a freedman. I most recently, after Juma, I was speaking with this Palestinian cat who, we have our discussions about racism and everybody's different communities, and he was telling me like, hey, when he meets up with other melanated immigrants or some of his friends who are from like the Caribbean, Africa, East Africa, he let me know himself like, yeah, I've noticed, I was telling him like, nah, he was like, I've noticed that they always tell me like, yo, they're not bad like the Black Americans. So we can't continue to sit here and act like everything is peachy and gravy. Everything's peaches and cream, because it's not. We cannot hold anybody's hands any longer. Our folks, our grandparents, our pops, our uncles, our moms, our aunties, grandmas, they did this thing. They helped get the civil rights bill popping. They helped me get over here. We were all, one big Black family because we were all Black. We weren't properly informed. We cannot help these people who has vitriol towards us. We just can't do it. And I yield my plane there.
All right, thank you, Quadir. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna see Hood Witch. Did you want to say something? You had your hand up before. Did you want to speak?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you got it.
Thank you. Shout out to the host, Brother Muko, and everybody else. Shout out to all my Black American folks in here. Much love to y'all, or however y'all identify yourselves. I'm at work, y'all. So, will Black Americans stand with Black immigrants against deportation? No. We're not allowed to do these long rants. No, we're not. For what? What's the benefits? I think that we're tired. Everyone up here has a story. We are so tired, and we're just over all the BS. We're over all the theatrics. I'm over everything. I'm over having these discussions almost every day and trying to explain to people how tired we are, how exhausted we are. We carry so much stuff from the ancestors that walked before us. Like, we sit up in these spaces all day, every day. How tired are for everyone in the world to just literally spit on Black Americans, including the immigrants that come over here. So, no, we're not. If a Black American can come up here and explain why we should stand with them, maybe. But I wholeheartedly disagree with that. We've been here. This is our shit. We're not going nowhere.
Hey, try not to curse, sweetie, but go ahead.
Huh?
I say try not to curse, but go ahead.
I think a lot of people fearmonger when they bring up this whole deportation thing. I don't know why people are fearmongering, as you know, like the original Black Americans can get deported. Like, where are we going to get deported to? I don't know where we get deported to. Maybe North Carolina, Mississippi. I don't know. Texas. I don't know where we would get deported to. But this fear-mongering thing has been, it got people by the chokehold. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we would stand with those folks. I'm not going to do a whole long rant. I'm not going to talk about history and all that, because all of us in here, we all have been in the same spaces, same rooms. All of us pretty much, I see pretty much familiar faces. We have all shared the same sentiments. So therefore, it's an echo chamber. All it is an echo chamber. We're saying the same things. So I would love to hear from someone who stands with them completely is biased or on the fence of that, because we all agree with the fact that we are against it, and we are no longer explaining this is like an insult. It's a slap in the face, while we have to keep explaining this hurt and this generational trauma that we carry to each generation. So it's really insulting that we have to keep explaining this to almost everybody. So I would love to hear from someone who stands with that. So much love to the host again, and shout out to everyone in the room.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Hood Witch. I appreciate you. I see we got somebody requesting, so I'm gonna. If you up in the speaker section and you don't have your hand up, I see we got a Pia up here. So Pia is of an immigrant background, so we're gonna try to go ahead and keep a Pia up here, because this would be actually somebody that's has a different point of view. So Pia, I'm gonna get to you in a second as well. I'm gonna get to the other speakers that's got their hands up, because I know it's gonna be something when you get ready to come up here and speak as well too. So let me go ahead and get to Puck the Tethers. Puck the Tethers, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey family, I was just gonna say Home Depot and Lowe's, like, go there anytime. It's just full. The parking lot is just full. So they're complicit in undermining the American economy, as well as it's just fucked up. It's like their whole. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, everybody. Yeah, real quick, because I know I keep saying it, but everybody come up here, watch your language, guys. We streaming this on YouTube. I've been hit on YouTube before. We trying to go ahead and stream it and everything. So watch your language, but go ahead.
If they're harboring illegals, basically. So if you're gonna call ICE, call it on your local Home Depot, Lowe's. If none of us do that, I can't hear that.
I might have to drop you down, Jake, and then you can come back up. Go ahead, Puck.
I think if enough of us do that, like, just report your local Home Depot. They're harboring illegals. Like, seriously, I think that would make a huge difference, especially come up January. It'll clear up that parking lot and send a real message that, you don't want to be our enemy. And so I just wanted to say that.
All right, appreciate that, bro. Thank you. I'm going to drop you down real quick, Puck, in case because I know Jake. I'm going to try to. Well, Jake is back up, so okay. Let me go ahead and get to who was next. Let me go ahead and get, because we want the new speakers. I want the new speakers right now. Let me go ahead and get to Check. I think you might have been next. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Peace, everybody. We say is, will Black Americans stand with Black immigrants against deportation? Absolutely not. No, they got to go. These are the first groups of people to undermine everything that we do while assuming our identity. They want to keep race and abide by race because they get to be quote unquote black racially and then ethnically what they are. And I think that's very problematic. I could see if these people owned any type of resources. I could see if they were, if it was a mutual type of exchange, but it isn't. These people are typically living in the U.S., Canada, South Africa, and the UK. So when we're having these types of conversations, I think it's pointless to even acknowledge these people honestly on any endeavors as far as about revolution, reparations, or anything. We just don't have the same interests. These are the same groups of people, and I'm going to put the oath in the Jumbotron, that took an oath of allegiance against their nation, that if in a time of war that they would side with the United States versus their said nation, then come over here and stick their flags in the ground like pirates. I think it's absolutely asinine, the fact that they even have the freedom of speech and things of that nature. I don't think they should even have a voice. I'm a little bit more extreme than others. No, I will not side with them with anything. They got to fix their own homeland. Everybody comes over here to be doctors and be the most educated this only in America. And even when they go back home, they'll never really go back home. They want to double dip. What they do is they want to be dual citizens. They want to keep their United States citizenship while living in said country. They never want to actually stand on business. And it's especially to the males. I think it's very pathetic for you to uproot from where your grandparents are, where your mother is, where your children are, because they have children over there as well. And then to come over here to start a new life, enjoy soda, enjoy, picnics and things of that nature. I think it's very destructive to our community. So no, they all got to go. The pale skins, the Yanks, they all need to leave. They need to go back to where they came from. It's no hate. I don't advocate for violence against any of them, but you just can't live here. It's like our wicked step-parents keep adopting these bad A-word children, and they have no manners, they have no coof, no decorum, and it's time to go. So that's what I have to say. Thank you, Newstoter.
Appreciate it. Thank you for coming up here, Check. Let me go ahead and get to I want to get to Love I Am. Let me give a shout out to my girl Miss Trigger for her contribution on Cash App. I want to go ahead and get to Love I Am. I want to get to Ugly and Apia. I want to get to you as well too, because you are a black immigrant as well too. So I want to get to you, and shout out to that Negro over on YouTube with the super sticker as well too. So shout out to you over there, cuz. Let me go ahead and get to Love I Am, then I'm gonna get to Ugly, and then I'm gonna get to Ugly Truth. I'm sorry, Ugly Truth. Then I'm gonna get to you, Apia, because I want to hear what you got to say as well too. And then Jake, I'm gonna get to you, and I'm gonna get to some of the other speakers as well too. But I want to get to the new speakers up here. So we got 3 new ones up here. Even though Apia, your hand ain't up, you up here. So I know you were up here early in the space, and then you dropped down. I think you left or whatever. So we're gonna get to you as well. But Love I Am, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Newstoter.
Hey, what's up?
Other co-hosts, guys. Yeah, there's no such thing as a
girl, what's my name? No, I forgot. Cheating on me? No.
Yeah. Once I saw that it was 2 of y'all, I'm just like, hey. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. There's no such thing as a black immigrant. There's no immigration policy. I always say this point, but the room is full, and we need to have certain stuff has to be just understood and said immediately when certain conversation comes up. There's no immigration policy that's race specific, so there's no way to advocate for black immigrants without advocating for all immigrants. It's an impossibility. And then like check how he put that allegiance and then wherever he put it, I don't know where he put it because I don't see it, but that allegiance suggests that they have a negotiation between them and their government that has nothing to do with us. I actually think it's very unreasonable and unrealistic to expect black Americans to have a care towards that. And the minute that we start trying to speak on behalf of them, that's when they start inviting their issues into the conversation, where they want to talk about disparities within the system of immigration, where there's less of them allowed than other people. But we know that the African International House and I forget the other one, but their advocacy in this country, they all join up together under the Office of New Americans. So they have enough advocacy without us under the status of immigrant. So Black Americans really need to put that down. That's not our fight. That's beyond our threshold. And it invites them to be able to usurp us, because then they'll start speaking on their experiences. They discount the fact that immigration has been weaponized against us. They are a very fickle population. Black Americans don't need to get caught up in that. It's very messy. And I'm actually so regretful that it's gone this far. It's too messy. They need to advocate for themselves in whatever capacity, whatever that looks like. But they need to come out of our identity as well. It's getting very weird. But yeah, no. There's no policy that's race specific, so we wouldn't even be able to advocate for them even if we wanted to. And by trying to, it just opens up the door for a lot of confusion that is beyond what Black Americans have to do at this point in time.
Love, I am. I put it in the jumbotron.
All right. Thank you, Love, I am. Let me go ahead and get to Ugly Truth. Ugly Truth, go ahead and unmute your mic. How you doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going? I didn't get your name.
This is Newstoter.
News, okay. It's kind of like I'm kind of torn in between the two because I do feel like, you know, they should go home and make their own countries great again. You know, make your country good, but at the same time, you got to acknowledge that the United States is like, you know, attacking so many different countries all the time. Like if we can just go to Haiti and how they have like trade embargoes against Haiti so that they can't sell their goods. They have sugarcane, rubber trees, all type of rare earth minerals that they aren't allowed to sell. You know, so it just keeps them perpetually poor. Same thing in Africa. They've been kept poor for hundreds of years. So those couple of people that escape and come here, I don't really see a problem with it. You know, we have a whole bunch of Europeans that come here every year as well, but we don't consider them immigrants. You know, you have the French and the Germans, and you have a whole bunch of people that just come here. We don't consider immigrants. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when we speak about Black people, we got to realize how many countries have attacked our people, and it'll be like an olive tree to them to vote for us. You know, to vote with us, to have our back. Because, you know, they probably have been propagandized before they got here to believe a certain thing about the Black American. But at the same time, it's like you got to realize so many other countries are attacking these countries, raping them for resources. So what do? Do they just stay in a war-torn country forever with their kids, or do they try to escape? Like if you were in a different country, you'll be trying to get the fuck on too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got to watch your language, man. You got to watch your language. Yeah.
Stuff that you can't control, you would be trying to escape those situations. Like you can't control if somebody comes bombs your neighborhood. You can't control if, you know, a corporation wants resources, you know, in your neighborhood or in your country, and they just go and bomb your country and take it. So certain things you can't control, and certain things you can. But I don't feel like we should, you know, completely just alienate these people because, you know, there has to be workers. You know, in every society, there's going to be jobs. There's going to be stuff that, you know, we just don't want to do. So every boss going to need poor people. You're going to need people to come in and be employees for you. And that just makes sense, especially if, you know, Black people don't want to go work on farms. Black people don't want to go, you know, clean up sewage or go pick through the trash. You know, even if it was $20 an hour, you can't find certain people to do certain jobs.
That. We did every job.
Yeah. Hold on real quick, Jake. Hold on real quick. Let him finish up. Go ahead, Ugly Truth, and finish up.
Yeah, it's been done, but that's not something that we're going to do in 2024. In 2024, we off the plantation. We're ready to start businesses, we're ready to build companies, we're ready to build, you know, infrastructure, and you need people to do that for you. You know, we don't have enough people that know what they're doing to actually get the job done. So it's I'm just kind of on both sides with it. I do understand why immigrants would try to escape their countries, because a lot of these countries where these people are coming from, you know, they're just war-torn countries where they have no resources, they have no future. So you got to understand that side too. But at the same time, a lot of these people here, like Check was saying, they come and plant their flag here. You know, I don't agree with that at all. Like, if you're going to be American, be American. If you're going to be from whatever country you're going to be from, you know, go there. You know what I'm saying? Make that country great. But for the people who come here and they really like trying, and they're not on the, you know, they're not on nothing sideways, you know, let them work, let them get their money. And, you know, it's enough money for everybody. You know, we just got to get out here and make it. But with that, I'm done.
All right. Ugly Truth. Real quick. Somebody got to mute that mic. Somebody mic is open. I'm gonna kick it to the speakers. But Ugly Truth, you said something about basically that black people don't want to work in farms, and you know, they don't want to, I guess, work on farms and picking trash and all that kind of stuff as well too. But you know, black people don't mind doing this type of work as long as they're going to be compensated a fair wage. Now, if you're sitting up here talking about you're going to pay black people the same type of wages that you would pay an illegal, then yeah, black people not going to do it, because I come from a long line of sharecroppers, and you know, my grandma right here in Tallahassee had her own, I mean, acres of land. They planted and stuff like that as well too. This woman was in her mid 50s out there getting it, in her 50s, mid 50s, getting it. So I grew up with cats that play football and stuff, and during the summertime they were working a watermelon patch to make money and stuff like that. And they were in high school. These were high school kids and stuff like that at the time and stuff like that. I know people that have their own. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Mute your mic real quick. That's an excuse that a lot of times people use when they want to go ahead and they want to pay cheaper wages to certain people and stuff like that. They want to sit up here and say, well, you know, and they love to use black people as an example, because they know black people did all these jobs years ago and stuff like that. So they try to use black people don't want to get out there and get on that roof and do construction. My own family says that. My own family will say that as well too. So you're not lost. I got family members that was in construction work and stuff like that. I got neighbors and stuff like, they'll say that stuff like that too. And I'm like, wait a minute, y'all don't know every black person out there. Okay, you can't go by a few handful of black people y'all work with and say, hey, you know, they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that, and this and that or whatever. Because I know a bunch of dudes that get out there and that do construction work. I got a cousin that's a subcontractor. I got people that's carpenters and everything else as well too. So that own their own businesses and work with their hands and stuff, and not scared to get, you know, some elbow grease done as well too. So I think it's, you know, when people sit up and they say that kind of stuff, it's simply because it's been something that white people have said for the past 40, 50 years to justify sending jobs overseas and importing people to come in here and do stuff that they make a little bit more money than what slave wages would be right there. So when black people want it, they say, well, you know, you guys really don't want to do this and do that or whatever. Yeah, black people, they don't mind getting out there doing blue collar work, because black people were the first blue collar workers in this country. They do want to be paid like they're in the 21st century, though. They don't want you paying them like they're in the 19th or 20th century. They want to be paid like in today's time with wages and everything else as well, too. So people love to say that, you know, they don't want to do this and they don't want to do that. And black people say that the most. It's to the point now that black people say that more than any other group now. And that just justifies people saying, well, you know what? Well, even the black people say that y'all don't want to get out there and do that work. So if y'all don't want to do it, and they're going to say, of course, you know, poor white folks don't want to do it, then, you know, we got to go in and we got to import people and this and that. No, my friend, if somebody's sitting out there on a damn hot roof out there in the summertime in Florida, and you land asphalt and all that stuff up there, and it's 120 some degrees on that roof, yeah, they don't want to get up there for $10 an hour, and I don't blame them as well either. You talk about work that's going to shorten your life. Yeah, so pay that person $25, $30 to get up there, and you'll find ample people that's willing to do that. But if you're sitting up here telling, well, I'm going to pay you $10 an hour, I'm going to pay you $12 an hour. No, the vast majority of black men, because they've done that work before, and they was making $10, $12 an hour in 1985, 86, 87. It's 2024. So no, pay them the actual wages that they need. And you can find black people to get out there and pick tomatoes and to go out there and do carpentry and everything else that you're talking about. But Ugly, go ahead. I'm going to let you respond to that. And then I'm going to go ahead, because we got a bunch of hands up, and I'm sure people want to respond to that as well too.
I appreciate it. You know, if you pay somebody a higher wage, that means the price has to go higher. So if
the price of living is already high though. It's already high. But go ahead.
Right, but if I pay somebody, hold on, if I pay somebody, if I'm selling limes and I go up on the price on the price of limes, are you then gonna pay $3 for a dollar lime because I had to pay my employees? Are you gonna pay $5 for this lime? Are you gonna pay $10 for orange juice now?
We're paying it now. We're paying it now. Don't you see? I don't know how old are you, Ugly? How old are you?
That's not how.
Okay, you're 33. Okay, you're 33. I'm in my mid 40s. But I mean the price, the actual price of wages is not keeping up with inflation right now. So we're already paying for this stuff. Yeah, real quick. Everybody mute your mic. The price of wages are not keeping up with inflation right now. Look at what you can look at what rent was in what rent was in 2000 and look at what it is now. You can look at the average grocery bill and see what it is now. You can look at the average utility bill and see what it is now. You can look at the average cost of a home. New construction, you can see what the actual medium home price is. You can see what the college tuition and all of this stuff from the past 20 some odd years is sky high. Look at what a loaf of bread is in 2024 compared to 2000. So all of this stuff, they're already inflating the prices. And guess what? One thing about living in a capitalistic society, things never remain the same in terms of the prices. The price in 2000 was higher than what the price was in 1960. The price in 1985, it was higher than what it was in 1975. The price in 2024 is going to be lower than what it's going to be in 2044. In the capitalistic society, things are going to constantly keep creeping up. What they should do is pay fair wages to go ahead and keep up with the cost of inflation. They don't want to do that. So yeah, we can sit up here because I see watermelons and everything. People selling the damn side of the street here in Tallahassee. People selling damn watermelons for $10, $15. I'm looking like, what in the world y'all talking about? Watermelons for $15 and stuff like that. I'm like, man, if you don't get out of here. So yeah, I know somebody that has their own agriculture business that has their own watermelon and all of that stuff right there. And they talking about, well, it costs so much for gas and this and that or whatever. So everything goes up. So it only makes sense that if we're gonna make everything else expensive in this country, we need to raise the actual wages that people make. Would you agree with that?
I do think that the wage is kind of low, but also people need to acquire more skills. If you go work at McDonald's, you shouldn't expect to make $100,000 a year at McDonald's.
Nobody expects to make $100,000 a year at McDonald's unless you own a store, you own a franchise or something. Nobody expects that.
Become a business owner. Once you become a business owner, then you will see the cost of doing business. So if you pay your employees more, that means your take home is less, but also you have your bills of, you have your cost of doing business regardless. So you want, when you're in business, the object is to keep your costs low. That means to not necessarily pay your employees the lowest that you can pay them, but if somebody will work for the price that you set, then boom, you have an employee that can help grow your business. That's the point of doing business. You're speaking from
a business.
Stay in your microphone.
Yeah, because real quick, go ahead and land it Ugly, because I got some other hands I need to go ahead and get to, but I'm gonna give you 50 seconds to land.
I didn't come here to like have a super critique debate. Everybody has their own opinions about everything. But if you pay somebody more, the cost has to go up. That's for everything. If you pay the person who builds the car more money, then the cost of that car is going to go up. That's all I wanted to say.
But Ugly, did you kind of hear what I said about the price of everything? I can remember when gas was 99 cents a gallon and under $1 a gallon and everything else. What is gas now nationally? $2 and something, pushing almost $3. So everything. I can remember when you could go to McDonald's and get a quarter pounder with cheese combo for $4. Yes, everything is going up. And it's going to keep going up. I got it, sweetie. I got it. Because we about to move on. I got it. I got it.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Ugly. Let me go ahead and move. Let me go ahead and move. And everybody, I got the conversation. Okay, I got it. Let me go ahead and get to who did I say was next? Matter of fact, Apia, you're next. We want to hear what you got to say, Apia, about the title of the room as well.
All right, thank you for the platform. What I would say is, now I'm going to speak. I'm going to confine the whole conversation based on what I've heard, and I'm talking to those in this room. It's very specific. Those in this room. I don't think that it's really important because you're not really that powerful within the realm of politics to make any impact. Above all, I think that it's just a microcosm. When you look at the total illegal immigrants that come to the United States, highly, negligible. That it's not something that we really even think about. We're not thinking about it. Worst case scenario, if you're here illegally and you've committed any crime, you got to go. We don't condone violence in any shape or form. You're here illegally, you've committed a crime. We don't need anybody to save you because we're not going to do that. But I can promise you, anybody that may have come here illegally is trying to stay safe, doing the right thing, and will not be caught up in this, back and forth. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to say for now.
All right. Let me go ahead and get to Jake. Let me get to Jake. I just see you up here now, so I didn't see you up here. I didn't see you. I'm gonna get to I want to get to matter of fact, let me get to and let me get to Stephanie, the two new speakers, and then Jake, I'll get to you. Let me go ahead and get to the new speakers real quick, and then I'll go ahead and I'll get to you. Matter of fact, Stephanie, I know you've been up here for a minute, so go ahead and unmute your mic, Stephanie. Are you there, Stephanie?
I'm at work right now. You can let others.
Okay, I'll come back to you then. Yeah, let me drop you down, Stephanie, for right now then. Yeah, I'm gonna drop you down real quick. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How y'all doing? Peace, power, and Negro reparations to the family. Love y'all. Wow. I don't even know what to say. That's the truth. I was just thrown by this 30-something-year-old business owner, and he thinks that, okay, let's just put it this way. So say you were raped by somebody, right? So now you don't have no place to go, and the only place in the world is to go live with your rapist. So you go live with your rapist. That's literally what you're saying. That's literally what you're saying. You're gonna go live and with people who raped you. Wow. We all have this conception that Black Americans are lazy. Black Americans don't want to work. We won't do these jobs. Now, let me tell you something. My father passed away when he was 57 years old, and he worked on the orange farm in Florida at 57 years old. He didn't do it because he had to or wanted to. He did it because he loved it. So you can't tell me that Black Americans don't want to do these jobs, And to be perfectly honest, I think we quite above that now. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors.
That's my point.
Bro, I didn't cut you off. We've acquired skills and knowledge to do other things, but there's still some of us who are more than capable of doing those jobs and will do those jobs, to be perfectly honest. So don't think for 1 minute that you can and just go ahead and as a business owner and increase your wages or your salaries for your employees. If that's the case, go look at what happened to California last year, right? When California raised the minimum wage, look what happened to all of those employers before it went into effect on January 1st, 2024. All those employees started laying people off like crazy, right? Go look at the numbers right now. You got big, major big box brands closing hundreds of stores by the end of this year. And they've been doing it all year. Hundreds of stores. Dollar General, and we don't want to give them no promotion, but this is what's happening. So to think that we can actually not survive without these people is insane. It's this thing going on. Well, all this is going to happen if they leave, if we send them back. We were doing just okay without them, so we're going to survive. I mean, before them, we're going to survive after them. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand where y'all come up. But this is just your mind playing games on you. That's what this is. That's what's going on right now. Your mind is playing games on you to make you believe that we need these people here, that we have to help these people, because that's the type of people that we are. We are loving people. We want to help everybody. It's just completely in our nature. But you know what? On January 20th, 2025, at 12:01 p.m., that ends for me. I'm done. Ice, baby, across the board. I've got my list. I've been watching and paying attention. I got addresses. I got names of businesses. This is not a game. I'm fighting for the future of my people. I am fighting for the future of my grandchildren and my country. This is my country. I love America. God bless America. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Thank you. I had stepped away for a second, so I came back and I caught you in mid sentence. But shout out to you, sister. Let me go ahead and get Jake up here. Jake, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yeah, you missed some fire on that sister right there. Shout out.
Yeah, I missed some of it, but
catch the rewind on YouTube.
There was a couple things that I wanted to say. One, I want to respond to what Brother Ugly was saying. We're fighting an ethnicide, and these people is coming into our country assuming our identity and getting benefits of it from our identity. They got their hands in our pocket. They're not trying to get their own back. In their country, they don't have a black card like we got. They ain't fight for nothing in their own country. They fled. So it's a problem to me that these people come over here and get treated better than black Americans, and then at the same time, when they get in that treatment, they run more to the white man, then point the finger that we're running to the white man, while they assuming our identity and backstab. That's a problem. And then as far as the labor is concerned, these people don't build nothing to last. You have these people build your roof and build you a new roof, and it's leaking a year later. Just look at what China did. China just built a brand new city that's crumbling a year after it was built. So these people don't build nothing to last. And then even when it comes to farming, let's talk about the farming. They farm they'll get the nutrients out the land, but they don't put the nutrients back. So when next year when it's time to farm again, there's no nutrients in the fruit. So these people ain't about nothing. They don't give back. One thing about life It's about giving and taking. Try inhaling without exhaling and see where that gets you. These people have no soul. These people gotta go. Plain and simple. They not like us. And they would never be. They don't give a fuck about our men.
Language, Jake. Language.
They don't, my bad. They don't care about our land. They don't care about us. They don't care about their own homeland or their own people. These people is treacherous. These people been our enemy and they will remain our enemy. We gotta come together and we gotta watch out for the people that's backpedaling and soft chewing on delineation. You backpedaling and you soft chewing on delineation. You know where we're trying to bring our ethnic group to. You're an enemy too. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you Adolf, FBA, Freeman, If you ain't standing on business, you're not Black American. And the only Black Americans is those individuals who could trace their lineage back to 1870 or further back, who've been in this land and made it good for everybody else to be. And on top of that, everybody want to be like us. We don't want to be like nobody else.
Hey, I didn't do it. White people.
Hey, real quick, ugly. Mute your mic, because we're gonna get the hands. Let me go ahead and get Secret Sister. We're gonna move it back around, and we got a couple new hands up here as well too. So I want to go ahead and I'm gonna get at the Secret Sister and Love I Am. Then I'm gonna go ahead and hit some of these new hands up. I see we got Ely and we got Joe, Gloria, whatever. So we're gonna get to Joe. But go ahead, Secret Sister. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Thanks. This will be my last time. I was, a while ago, I was said that, because I said that we were classy people, that somehow led people to believe that I felt that we were weak people. No, classy doesn't mean that. What I was trying to say is the degenerate stuff, just like what Jake just said, how they come over here, they do degenerate crimes with our name on it, and it makes us look like we are what they say we are, and we're not. So when I was saying classy, that's what I meant. But see, you don't know me, obviously, because I am a very radical person. So what I don't, and I'm keeping it real good. I think I'm being really good keeping it down. But I'm very radical, and I believe in my people first and nobody last. Like we're first, second, third, fourth. We are it. We the gods that they look up to. They just don't know it yet. We the mother and fathers in their little Bible that if they honored thy mother and thy father in the days of guess why their days is getting bad. So let them keep doing what they do. But I just wanted to say that I love everybody in this room. And I want us to stop having public arguments, public outcries, public all that. It's a way that we can talk to each other behind the scenes, because we are actually giving all these people that hate us, we're giving them ammunition to come back at us. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying when I was saying to DJ Big A. I wasn't saying for him to come lower than anybody else. I was just saying, let them see that the same way we can argue in public, we can also come together in public. That's all. It was just a statement I was trying to do. But not once was I trying to tell a man how to be a man, because I can't do that. I support a man and I'm behind a man. But Black men are like the wall that we are building around America. Everybody stays out. We women, we just the fences that are ready to catch whatever gets over that wall. So on that note, I want to say I love you all. God bless y'all. And be Black and be proud.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Secret Sister. Let me go ahead and get to Love I Am, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hit some of these new speakers up as well too, and we'll get to get back to you as well too, Princess. Love Love, I am. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Thanks. Yeah, it gets kind of frustrating when people say y'all need to understand concerning Black Americans, because we actually overstand in this present moment, and we overstand that if individuals are making the argument that America has destabilized their nation, then they are at conflict when they take this naturalization oath, which says, I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, and that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So in those first lines, not only are they renouncing their country, but they're also agreeing to defend the United States against said country if that country is viewed as a viable threat against America. So again, because see, we're making points, and because people maybe they don't understand what we're saying, and that's why they follow up with the moot point. The point is moot, saying Black Americans have to understand how America is going over to the no, we don't. Maybe they need to better understand what they are doing when they take that oath, because that is a willful capitulation into a system. You no longer have argument there. And again, there's no such thing as a Black immigrant. So asking Black Americans to concern ourselves with that, this what these people have going on in their country, that's unreasonable. It's kind of narcissistic, to be honest. Black Americans, we have our own fight here. And to make that argument, oh, well, if you were in one of these countries where they were experiencing chattelization, slavery, where their ethnic group was literally robbed of 90% of our acquired wealth in a 60-year time frame. Okay, that happened to us. That's our story. So, and we've never fled to go anywhere. So it's unreasonable to ask Black Americans to understand these things. And to be honest, there has to be some. I agree with I am what she was saying. It's really tricknology, because that right now you're just tricking your mind into believing that that's even a valid position. When you really think about it, Black Americans and how we've oriented over the last centuries, our position is diametrically opposed to the position of an immigrant fleeing their nation. Okay, mind you, these are nations that are governed by their own people. Okay, and so before they get to a conversation about the white people that they flee to, they really need to have a conversation about how to negotiate with people who are them, who are in power or positions of authority, because we have been under a foreign governance for all of these years, and we've done what we had to do here. So our entire position is diametrically opposed to the position of these individuals. We cannot be asked to care, especially because there is no immigration policy that's race specific. So there's no way to make an argument for, even within that argument, if you tried to make that argument for melanated immigrants, you would just be making that argument for all immigrants. You could literally apply that argument to all immigrants, and then we get back in this trick bag, and Black Americans don't really get to address the issue of how immigration has been weaponized against us here. They went from having free labor, forced labor, unpaid labor for 246 years used to build this nation, to bringing in a cheaper labor, and then they literally dispossessed us, not just from our acquired wealth and resources, but they also took entire industries from us and guaranteed these foreign nations that we would be their economic base. So they're coming here with the guarantee that if they get loans and resources to start businesses, that we would be the perpetual consumer. And so all of those arguments that were made just kind of undermine, like, you can't be Black American to make that argument. That's weird. You got to be something else in order to be making that argument. That doesn't make sense. Arguing, saying, "Oh, I'm a Black business owner." Okay, but you're not a Fortune 500 company, so you're not going to be able to make the argument. You're making the argument of a corporation right now. Corporations benefit from mass immigration. American citizens don't. Every time a corporation decides to undercut the wages of American citizens and pay these people less, we're actually subsidizing through our tax dollars. A livable wage is a livable wage. So it doesn't matter who it is. These corporations need to pay livable wages. If they're paying people who immigrate here less, then that means the American citizens are going to subsidize the cost of where these people have to live and eat. So if the wage is not sufficient, they're getting paid under the table, whatever the case may be, we're seeing where something like the illegal alien is costing taxpayers, and you can look this up on, I forget the government website. I can put it in the chat, but it costs $150 billion annually to taxpayers. So it's like, you can't be a taxpayer, an American citizen, and start making the argument of a Fortune 500 company. They can afford to pay livable wages. A livable wage is a livable wage. And in this economy, everyone needs to be paid a livable wage. It's actually, in my opinion, anti-immigrant to make arguments like, these are the menial labor jobs that nobody wants to do. It's like, how do you view these people even that you're saying that? It's not a congruent thought framework. It's very weird. But yeah, that allegiance alone, Black Americans can't afford to. All that's me even having to address this is beyond what Black Americans should even have to do. When literally we just outlined how these people, they're quick to devalue our position. They want to usurp our position. The minute that they can have an opportunity to put their cause above ours, they do. Oh, I'm not Black American. I'm not the misbehaved. Mind you, these people come from failed nations, and everything that they're saying that happens in Black America happens in these countries to the nth degree. They just don't have a whole smear campaign behind them. We can go nation by nation and compare what they do to what we do, okay? So they're getting here, and they're getting the ability to evade the reality of their home country. I call it a third world rebrand. Don't take my intellectual...
You got to get ready to land in a second, love, I am.
I'm about to land, I'm sorry. It's a third world rebrand. They literally come here and rebrand themselves and then scapegoat Black Americans and say that we are everything that they are. Even to the point of making this argument about fleeing. Now they're saying Black Americans, when we left the South and moved to the North, that was a form of fleeing. We have never left. We faced the most austere condition, which is chattel slavery, and we've never gone anywhere. So we know that we have to galvanize and work to get stuff done. And I don't think these people have a fundamental understanding of that, and they are not effective in areas of resolution when it comes to their country. And when they come here, they are becoming a liability because they are positioning themselves right in the middle of our fight. And that's just weird.
Okay. Thank you, love. I am. As the speakers speak, I'm going to start dropping speakers because we're not going to be in this space too much longer. So thank you, love. I am. I'm going to drop you, and Apia, I'm going to drop you as well too, because we're going to be closing this thing out soon. I want to get the speakers up here. We're going to be Alonzo. Do you plan on speaking, Alonzo?
Yes.
Okay. Raise your hand. We'll get to you as well. To the host, don't bring any other speakers up here. What we got up here is what we're going to do. We're going to give everybody 2 to 3 minutes to go ahead and say what they got to say, not be too long-winded, because we're going to be closing this space out soon. So we got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hands up here. So we're going to go ahead and get to the speakers that's up here. and then we're gonna close this thing out for the night as well. Stephanie, I guess you coming back up because we did drop you down. So that'll be it. Don't let anybody else come up here. We're gonna go ahead and get them in and get them out as quick as possible. I'm not sure, DJ, if you're doing a late night space, but I got to get up early, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do this thing tonight, and then we're gonna go ahead and shut it down as well too. So let me go ahead and get to I said I want to get to some of the new speakers. Let me go ahead and get to Joe. Joe, go ahead and unmute your mic. Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing? Joe, you got you got some earbuds in?
No, I'm driving. Yeah, I'm on the road right now. So I don't know.
Sometimes that helps if you roll your window up. I don't know if your window's rolled up. Try rolling your windows up. Turn your AC off for a minute.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead. All right. So my thing is so I'm a mixed person. I'm a Mexican descent. So I carry a Spanish last name. My grandfather was born in Texas on an Indian reservation, and so that's how I got the Spanish heritage, along with the Black heritage in my family. So I build with a lot of Spanish people when I talk to them. I work around them. I've been locked up around a lot of Spanish people. I know different struggles and what it takes for people to get here and whatnot. And I ain't gonna say give too much opinion about the ignorant comments about the racist remarks regarding Spanish people. But I will say, I do agree with the fact and some of them are, they have different cartels and stuff where they fight against each other, and it's a lot of foreign influence that's involved in those and in Latin America. That's a lot of foreign influence that's involved in their country. So some of them are combating against that type of stuff, and some a lot of them be cool. They don't really mean no harm or nothing like that. But I do think if they're going to come to America, then they need to stand on American business and not be with the hatred type of shit. And a lot of them don't be, at least from my experience, like here in Florida. So yeah, if they're gonna be in America, they need to align themselves, and I think it could be they could be a good ally if you could just get on the same page. Because really, my whole thing is I really just don't like gringos. I don't be fucking with
Hey, you gotta watch your language, Joe. You gotta watch your language. But go ahead. No, the F word. You gotta watch your language.
I don't really care about white people like that for real, because really it ain't really they the first. They really the immigrants. We going by their standards on what an immigrant really is, and they have their own immigrants that be involved in American soil too. They got to get kicked out of here as well from foreign nations and stuff. But I just want to land I do think some immigrants, they do need to work on their countries. I feel like that, and some of them are, and the whole job thing, whatever. I work around these folks all the time, and they do the same job as I do the job. Ain't really nothing that they don't do that's different from what I do. So somebody says something like they don't do good jobs and shit like that.
Hey, you gotta watch it, but you gotta watch it. The cursing, but Joe, I appreciate it. Yeah, let me go ahead and.
My mindset don't be on that type of stuff. So.
Well, I appreciate Joe. Well, let me go ahead. We got to get to the next speaker, but I appreciate you for coming up. So thank you tonight, Joe.
For sure.
All right. Like I said, everybody speaks. I'm going to drop them and stuff like that. Shout out to 400 as well too for this contribution on Cash App. Let me go ahead and get to Mike 3M. Mike 3M, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yeah, peace to the room. First of all, I'd like to give a salute to Love I Am, Melissa and Princess,
for what they had said. As far as where blacks stand, I would say no, we should never even think about anything like that. So as long as we've been here in America, no matter what we suffered under, no immigrant, African, Caribbean, they've never reached out for us to nothing. Then they come here with the attitudes they have. They are not innovative. They haven't created nothing. They don't build anything. So I don't think we owe them anything. And as far as this talk they talk about, they do jobs at blacks. I'm old enough to know I've been on farm labor camps with my grandparents. What happened was when blacks, they had black road bosses. When your family come in, they would give you the road work. That was in the early 60s. In the late 60s, they got Mexican road bosses. They would not allow black people to work in the harvest. And that's why they stopped going, because they would turn them away all the time. See, so I don't know why we put it there. We don't owe nobody nothing. As far as these immigrants concerned, whether they be African, Latino, or what, I would stand with the Klan before I stand with any of them, because I know how detrimental they are to our existence. Every immigrant in politics, every time I see them, they always speaking against us, working against us. So we don't owe them a dang thing. And that's why I said, oh no. See, we have to look out for ourselves, because ain't nobody coming here to work. Like Dr. John Henry Clark said, we have no friends. So I don't even, that shouldn't even be a thought about. If they can't make it in their country, that's their business. They can go deal with their government. See, they come over here and just take it, and they are just nothing but freeloaders, and don't even have to sit. I remember this didn't start until the brothers was having a live stream. They told the black immigrants, hey, look, we're going to start making our move for reparations. We're going to ask, if you guys don't want to support, it's fine, but we're going to ask you to keep your mouth closed. See, they wouldn't even do that, because see, they ain't nothing but cowards. I would stand with the Klan against them. See, because I know they have nothing to offer us. And like I said, all them trying to band together to work against us, and I have nothing for them. We owe nobody nothing but ourselves. We have fought our own fight with no help, with no support, no nothing. We shouldn't reach out to none of those people. They've never done nothing else. And I'll land.
All right. Thank you, Mike 3M. Thank you. Let me go ahead and get to Ely. Ely, I know your volume, man. It'd be at times really hard to hear, but Ely, go ahead and unmute your mic. Go ahead, Ely. You low, but go ahead.
We got time frames on why we shouldn't have to even worry about no other race. And right now, this particular moment in history, 2024, man, you know what I'm saying? We doing something our grandparents could never do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be real proud right now. You know what I'm saying? The man was armed. Because 65 years ago, black folks couldn't say it like we say it now. You know what I'm saying? We put and our grandparents put the play down that bought us enough time. The white folks, the government, them, those people, whoever you want to call it, they brought the drugs in. Look at the time frame between 1967 and to now. They brought all the drugs in. They bombarded our whole neighborhood with that stupid ass rap. That retarded old crazy police. The sound wave. They killed all the forms of communication we had and replaced it with, I don't know, like homosexual stuff on the radio that we thought was cool. But now their time just ran out. You know what I'm saying? Basically what I'm saying is their time just ran out. And you know what I'm saying? They thought they were going to get rid of the spirit that we had from our grandparents. They thought the 70s, us growing up in the 70s, was going to kill that spirit. But now here we are today. You know what I mean? So now it's more. Now you don't have to feel an eye saying, you know what, man, old boy shouldn't be getting that because he ain't even from here. Now we all saying that now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should feel proud right now. Be like, heck no, it ain't right. Look at the term when the term African American came. That was right around the time the mass incarceration came. That's right around the time the crack era came. That's right around the time all the murders came. All them kids that were dying on the dang on the street, them Africans were taking their place, going to school. I'm being real with y'all. All your cousins, all your nephews, all of that died, Africans and all the other immigrants took their place and got a degree and went to school. That's basically what the boys died. And now we saying, heck no, our kids is not about to die. know what I'm saying? It's not gonna let y'all kill our kids. That means none of this flying no more. You know what I mean? I land my plane. That means none of this flying no more.
All right, appreciate that, Ely.
We the time of a reset. Let's reset like the world just reset. You know what I'm saying? Nationwide boycott, reparation. That's it. What the heck else can we say? Like always talk about jobs.
We got you. We appreciate that, Ely. We got to move on to the next speaker, though. I appreciate you, bro. Let me go ahead and get to Smooth. Smooth, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Shout out to the bro, DJ, OG, brother Mugo. Shout out. All right, I want to touch on two things you said first before I go all the way into it. The brother up there was talking about Mexicans ain't that bad, but understand they align with the Aryan nation just going against us. So you must not know the history or too much about them, brother. Our bodies pay attention, don't around Mexicans. Next, all this align with the Klan and align with white folks, that's another stab in your back. We got to stop making the same mistakes. I repeat, you could never, ever trust a person who was raised to hate you, who built the system to keep you down, who built the system to kill your people. So never trust the white supremacists. Third, we don't owe these motherfuckers anything.
Hey, y'all got to watch. Hey, before we close this thing, I don't want nobody come up here cursing anymore. Like, I done said it like 10 times. I don't know if people can hear me or they just say the hell with it. I'm just going to curse. But please don't come up here cursing no more. I done asked nicely, I don't know how many times a night. People dropping MFs, people dropping Fs, people dropping S. I mean, damn, black people can sit up here and we can talk intelligently like everything coming out being a cuss word. Please do not curse anymore. This space is almost over with. I'm trying to get up out here. I got this thing streaming on YouTube. I already said these crackers be hitting the channel and whatnot as well, too. Please, we always talk about supporting black business and supporting black this and supporting black that. When a black man says something, we just say the hell with it. Now, we were sitting up here on the white boy platform. We sit up here with our hands crossed, our knees, everything else, and we sit up here and yes, sir, no, sir, this, that, whatever. I don't know what it is. Every night, I'm like, look, please do not come up here cursing. Because the vast majority of people not going to support the channel. So if I keep it monetized on YouTube, you might get a few pennies here and there, whatever. Please, I've been saying all night long. And it's not just people saying ass. People just sitting up here just dropping just straight F-bombs, S-bombs, MFs, everything else after I say, please do not do this. So I'm going to ask again respectfully. We're going to see if black people actually respect black people. I'm going to sit up here and see, because this space, I'm going to end this space soon here. We're going to see if we can go ahead and close this space out tonight without any more cursing.
Yeah, my fault, brother. That's just passion. I wouldn't know the white flag.
All right, appreciate that. Park, we about to get ready to close this thing out. I'm going to have to catch you on the next one. We're going to go ahead because we already told the speakers not to bring anybody else up here because I'm trying to get up out here. I got to get up early in the morning. Let me go ahead and get to Stephanie. Stephanie, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey, salute to the entire chat. Thank you for letting me speak. I know I was kind of busy here earlier. I just wanted to say it's the irony of people saying that we have no voting power, that we have no power, but yet as soon as something happens to their place of origin or to their people, who do they call on for help? They call on the Black Americans for help. Okay. Now, as you can tell with the voting block, we did tip the scale towards Trump because we got tired of the blatant disrespect of these immigrants when they come here. Okay. Y'all don't do it to anybody else. Matter of fact, you do it to other people, and this is why people are fed up with you guys in other people's countries, and you get deported, or they making plans for you to be deported. Number one, according to some reports, is the reason why you guys are getting one of the reasons why you guys get deported is because you claim refugee status, you claim that you've been raped, or you're gay, or some other kind of excuse to get into the country. But come to find out, as they look at the records, you guys are traveling back to those same countries that you claim that you had to run from because you feared for your safety in your life. So if you was that fearful for your safety in your life, Why would you go back on vacation to those very same countries that you fled from and that you feel like your life was in danger? Okay, that's number one. Number two, it's the blatant disrespect. Like I said, you come here, you say we lazy, you say all these things that we don't want to work, we don't want to do anything. But I'm going to tell you something. I had one great grandfather, and I had two grandfathers. One from my mother's side, one from my father's side. And I just want to tell you, one of them died at the age of 26. Okay, that was my great grandfather. My other grandfather from my father's side died at 47. And my grandfather from my mother's side died at the age of 81. He died a week before his birthday. They all died doing things that they loved to do, and that was work. And I can guarantee you the very same people that's running their mouth about us being lazy and that we never did this and we never did that, I can put my 81-year-old grandfather up against you, and I can guarantee you he would have worked you guys until you was exhausted. Why? Because that's what he did. He worked. He got up, he didn't complain, did what he had to do, and that was the end of the story. He had people working for him, and they wanted to take a break. And he said, you guys want to take a break? Man, you guys are lazy. That's how my grandfather gave it up. My grandfather was giving it up like that. All three of them, they worked. And they literally worked themselves to death. So for you to sit up here and say that someone is lazy and they didn't want to do the jobs that you wanted to do, that the other ones wanted to do, that's a flat out lie. Look at Alabama. Look at Alabama. That's not the point. I'm talking. Let me finish.
Y'all mics.
Let me finish. I didn't disrespect you, and I didn't cut you off. Don't cut me off. Let me finish. Let me build. So they worked, and like I said, I guarantee you, if I was to put my grandfather up against you, you wouldn't last working with him because he would outwork you. I put all my money on. Okay. Number two, people have the audacity to talk about we have no political stance, no political power. Okay? You come here, you want to align yourselves with white people to attack us, and that's fine too. Because guess what? We see the play for what it really is. You were never really here to ally with us. Not that I really care because we really don't need you anymore. We thought we did at one point. We thought we would build up numbers. We would build up if we all stuck together. But we see that there's snakes everywhere. Whether it's in-house or it's outside from somewhere else. We can't practically trust nobody. And there's even some snakes in our midst that we got to watch out for. Okay? But the fact of the matter is, it's just a blatant disrespect. Okay? And like I said, you said we had no type of power, no type of hold, but yet when you guys get in trouble, who do you call on? Who's putting the cape on to help you guys? It's us. This is why we feel the way we do, and nobody feels sorry for you anymore. This is why. Because I'm going to tell you something. The white man don't like y'all either. And they look forward to you not getting deported. Because guess what? There's a thing called the trickle-down effect. Because like I said, if it happens here, it's going to happen into the UK. It's happening in France. It's happening all across Europe, wherever you guys are. They're fed up with you too. Okay? I remember a doctor I was getting examined by a doctor, and he told me, we just started talking, and he said, where are you from? And I said, well, I'm from here. He said, well, where are your parents from? And I said, my parents are from the South. You know what he said to me? He said, thank God you're an American. He said, I thought everybody was from this place. I don't even think there's anybody left in your country. That's what he said to me. That's exactly what he said to me. And yes, white supremacy plays both sides of the argument. Yes, they do. That is true. But you guys fall for the trick all the time. You put us as your enemy. There was
I got to get you to land this, Stephanie, in a second here.
Okay, I'm gonna land. Okay, there was some Irish guys that said that there was a Nigerian talking crazy about Black Americans, and he never stepped foot in the United States. Never stepped foot in the United States, but he didn't like us. He hated us. How can you hate somebody you never had an account with? And that's all I'm going to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate it. Shout out to Avenge the Ancestors as well too for the super sticker over there. Let me go ahead and get to ugly. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if I could take too much more here and that stuff, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give you a. I'm gonna give you a minute, bro. I'm gonna let. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm gonna be honest because you said a lot. I'm gonna give you, and I know everybody, and I'm trying to be fair and whatnot because you have had your hand up. I'm actually letting you go in front of Alonzo so we can go ahead and get you on, so we can get you out the way. I'm gonna give you a minute, bro. But go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, we bosses, let them folks be workers. And it's like we can't be more mad at the immigrants from running from bombs and people attacking their government. We can't be more mad at them than we are at the white people who allow them to get here first off, and then pay them to come, and then like we're more mad at the people who are chasing a dream than the people who are allowing it to happen. And it's like, how can you be more for the Ku Klux Klan than like people that look like you? That's my only point. I'm like, these people they're not us, but if we send them an olive branch, like, look, we got y'all back, y'all have to have
Stop with the olive branch. That's what I'm talking about. Stop with the olive branch, bro. Stop it. Stop. Bro, how do you think these black immigrants got to the United States? You think that one day white people woke up? Do you think one day white people woke up and say, you know what, we like to have more niggas here? Do you think white people woke up one day and say, hey, you know what? We kind of short on niggas here. We could show you some more niggas over here. Let us get some of them niggas over there from Africa and the Caribbean over here, because we show loves being around niggas. Do you think they said that?
No, they got here like everybody else did.
Who do you think fought for them to get over here?
Who fought for them to get over here besides white people? Who allowed them?
Oh my God. So you don't think it was black people in the 1960s when they were fighting for civil rights also was fighting for the rights of black immigrants to come to this country? Say what again?
Civil rights was for us, not
I'm saying you do know about the Immigration Act of 1965, right? You do know that was black people, the black civil rights leaders that were championing for the actual inclusion of black people from around the world to come here. White people had no problem with other white people migrating to this country. They never had an issue with that. But I'm saying they didn't want any more black people. They say, hey, we got enough black people over here. Who do you think actually was championing for them to come over here?
I'm saying, if we were championing for them to come over here, isn't that a good thing? Doesn't that add to?
But I'm saying, you talking about well, if we're championing for them to come over here, don't you think we already extended the olive branch to them?
Yeah, I understand that. I'm saying, but what do you mean by that? Even if we,
you're the one said that all we need to do, all you say we need to extend the olive branch. So I'm saying, if we champion for the rights for other black people in this world to come over here to America, wouldn't that be the ultimate olive branch?
Right. So I'm saying, like, what is the problem? Are you for immigration or are you against it?
We got a major problem with immigration over here. It needs to be fixed. The system is completely broken. And not only that, but legal immigration needs to be capped.
Yeah, I agree with that. No one else needs to come in, but the people that are here, they're not necessarily going to hurt us. What I'm saying is, it's more than enough money for it to go around to everybody, and we are the richest black people on the whole earth. So
how do you think we became the richest black people? You think white people out of guilt just say, "Here, nigga, take some money"? How do you think we became the richest black? Because people keep saying that. You do realize these white people in America are the richest white people in the world, right? Okay, so who do you think made these good Christian white people the richest people? Not only the richest white people, the richest people on the face of the earth. How do you think that happened? Okay. You realize only one group was enslaved in this country, right?
Right. But what I'm saying is, do you think that since the end of slavery that we've got way more powerful or way less? We've got obviously way more powerful. That's from invading other countries. Like the person who was talking here earlier, Joe, he was saying how he was agreeing with me a little bit how they have been attacking South America. See, this is the type of stuff we don't hear on the news, so we don't know.
Dude, the Europeans have been attacking the entire world since the Middle Ages. Okay, who do you think colonized from France and Britain and Germany and all these other European colonial powers? So you're gonna run into the arms of danger, is what you're saying.
No, it's not. They don't bomb their own people. Sometimes the closest place to the enemy is, a place they're not going in their own house. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe they do come here to circumvent our system, but at the same time, it's like that's happening for a reason. People who are doing good in other countries, they don't need to come to America. They have millionaires and billionaires in Mexico and all these other countries. But if the U.S. government is warring with the cartel, or if the U.S. government is warring with your government because they want resources that are in your ground, and they go and blow up and bomb your country, yes, it's going to affect you for decades. That's not something.
And if the U.S. would do this to foreign nations and foreign people, what do you think they do to the people that they had enslaved in this country? The same ones that their own citizens, they actually drop bombs on in Tulsa. What do you think they'll do to them?
There's nothing that they can do to us anymore.
Okay. All righty.
We can literally destroy this whole country without
Okay. Ugly. I got it because I'm trying to close this out, so I got to get to some new speakers. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Let me go ahead and get to Alonzo, and then I'm gonna get to you, Melissa.
Hey, Newstoter, thanks for hosting the space, co-host. I posted several things in the Purple Pill, also in the Jumbotron, and I implore folks to actually read that book that I posted up there, Immigration and the Remaking of Black America. And this book, it details in imperial evidence and so forth that shows the various communities that came into America, the various time frames from the 60s and beyond. It shows all the disparities. It shows everything inside this book. So if you're not up on immigration itself, I implore you to at least take some time, either read the book, go to YouTube, listen to the audio, whatever, get smart on this. Now, the things I want to take away from this space are two things. As Black Americans, we're dealing with two different ideologies. We're dealing with individualism versus collectivism. The folks that are in this space that have businesses have the individualist mindset. Hey, if these immigrants leave America, they're going to hurt me. I cannot survive. As a collective, we say collectively that the immigrants need to leave America because it is bad for our community as a collective. That's what we're going to be dealing with. Every space you go in, you're going to have folks that are going to be for immigration, and that's the reason why. Individualism, about me and my family versus the collective. I'll end.
All right, thank you, Alonzo. Let me go ahead and get to Melissa.
He left, unfortunately, but yeah, he was wrong, obviously. A lot of the people who come here from China come here with degrees already. They come here for work. The same is true with Africans. A lot of them come here because they feel like there's more customers, more clients in the United States. And he was saying about, we don't want to do the same kind of work, the immigrants. I'm trying to get into housekeeping. And in my area, the only people who really get those jobs are Hispanic. I have to get a license, a janitorial license, to clean a bathroom, but immigrants don't. And I've seen it happen over and over again. But you don't know what he's talking about. I'm willing to clean people's toilets and have my own business. But he left. And I don't think he's American.
I just couldn't take it too much more. I couldn't.
Yeah, I think he's an immigrant, personally. That was my feeling. I don't think he's one of us. I think he's one of them.
Oh no, you right down there. And if you want to come in the late night space, because you get beat up on the business conversation.
Send him an invite for the late night space, cuz. Send him an invite, because I don't know. Princess, go ahead and unmute your mic.
So
It's Aubrey right now, and I'm not winning. No one is. Let's just Millie Vanilli down here up the truth. Because that's what he did, was go and change his picture. That's why she thought he left, is because he changed his picture. That's what happened. So when we're talking about this conversation, let's just be real about what Billy non-Vanilli wants to be about. First of all, more than likely, he's not Black American. Secondly, what he's not going to tell you is that he's for human trafficking and child trafficking. When these people come here specifically from what we would be considering Latin America, South America, as well as Mexico, oftentimes they're coming into these situations where they come from Catholic backgrounds. Now, what he's saying, he's not going to tell you about what's not in the news, is that these people are down there being assaulted in their own country through their beliefs, through these dioceses, through the Catholic Church, where they're having people down here molested and raping these people. And what they'll do is they'll take those priests and displace them to other places. And then what they do is the Catholic churches support them coming in through immigration, because they can have those same people come back through the churches. They can use them for cheap labor. So he's for the cheap labor. But all that is undermining not only the American people, but it's hurting them as well. When these people come into the country and they need somebody to sponsor them to stay at their house, even Tom Holman was on national television talking about a man wanting to sponsor 4 little girls. What would a man want to have 4 little girls in his house for? So when you're talking about it, talk about your ugly intentions for wanting to have people come over here and not only be displaced, but they're the ones being used as well. I'm not for them being used, but I'm also not for them being here either. Just because you may be who you may or may not be sleeping with, who sits beside you at night, who you pretend to be, doesn't mean we're supposed to be behind you because of a couple of hot dollars you may be making for the first time in your life. It has nothing to do with the rest of Black Americans. We shouldn't be for you, for it. What are we talking about here? That is crazy. Also, why do we have to sit here and rewrite history? Like, so all of a sudden, America, that's a country that's barely 200 years old, is supposed to already surpass what all the European countries have done. I don't have a care in the world that Haiti paid reparations to France. But you're not talking about how France is the bad guy. France is sitting here having immigration issues. The UK has problems. The UK makes sure they split from the rest of the other janky countries. So what are you talking about? Stop wanting to be in America just so you can be like, oh, well, I want to be imperialistic, but America's bad. You're the imperialist in this conversation, because you're like, well, if you had a business, why is it that people like you want to act like the first time a Black American has had a business happened in the 2020s? Why do we have to play this game because you know nothing about our history and nothing about the communities that happened? Don't let the Great Migration story let you think that Black Americans in the South never had anything. They had Black communities, teachers, doctors, lawyers. Why don't you ask yourself why these melanated immigrants are coming here only wanting to get degrees, but they won't come here and get any trades that they can use to build the infrastructures in their countries instead of hiring China and India to do? Why don't you ask them why are they letting India come and test smallpox and polio vaccines on their people, leaving them with birth defects? Why don't you ask that question? But see, you don't want to talk about real things. We're supposed to be willy-nilly. So I'm not trying to hear that. What are we talking about here? Why do we have to be the ones to be diplomatic when no one else will?
She cooking.
And I'm so tired of this mess with these goofy people. At this point, the dissension has got to stop. The war is here and on our doorsteps. And the panties and and I just want to say this real quick before I finish that statement. Do we all not think it's crazy that a pile of old people make more sense than ugly truth, and he's trying to pretend like he's Black American? The immigrant that we know is an immigrant who sends money back home made more sense than the person who tried to come and pretend who he was. Like, that is so crazy. Like, come on now. Why would we even let him speak in rooms? Like, if you want to go beat him up, that's cool. But we clearly know he has a horse in this race, and the reason why he's talking like this. And I'm tired of this DNC talking points for people that you think that after 60 years, we're still supposed to support you, demeaning, condescending to us, and talking down while you shame the Negroes for wanting to have an independent thought. You know that time is done. You know what happens to dissenters every single war, they get got. So your days are numbered.
All right, Princess. Thank you. On that note, Ugly, we got a late night space getting ready to pop off, so you can come on over there. But we're going to go ahead and close this thing out tonight. DJ's got a space coming on, guys. Check that out. We will be back next week after Thanksgiving. So this will be the only space broadcast more than likely this week, guys. So I want to just say to everybody in here, y'all have a happy and safe Thanksgiving, guys. Have a happy and a safe Thanksgiving. If for those that actually practice Thanksgiving, that that do it. If you don't, at the same time, just have a good week, a good weekend, guys. Be safe, and we will see you then. Shout out to everybody that came in tonight and supported. Definitely appreciate you guys. So peace and much love to everybody in there. And shout out to all my people over there on YouTube as well, too, guys. Shout out to y'all. And y'all make sure y'all share tonight's broadcast. Check out DJ's late night space as well, too, guys. Peace. Be safe. Have a good Thanksgiving. We'll see you guys next week.
Ski yeet, gobble gobble.